man.
Well, listen, they normally get our voices, but they don't normally get this.
Word, man, we on camera.
Why are we doing this?
Put that shit on because it's episode 60.
Episode 60.
Right? Oh,
Yeah,
60,
it is.
Yeah, 60.
Typically, 60 isn't really a number you do something like this, but
Nah, we started
due to some
trying, man.
difficulties,
60s,
I mean, this is what we're doing.
Nah, no difficulties, man. 60 is where you do that, man. Fuck
Yeah.
that, man. 50 whack, 25 is whack. Now we doing 60.
Well, listen, we are the voices of Zez Says. I am Zez, your host, and this is my co-host, Ghost. I want you to introduce yourself.
I was about to say Timothy, that's why.
You can still do that. I ain't gonna stop you. So with this episode, I mean, we're gonna kind of go along the way we normally do it, where we talk about some topics, but with this being a big episode, first time you actually seeing us as a visual, if you don't know who we are in person.
First and last time too. This is expensive.
First and last time, yeah, it's not happening again the only time, right? But if you really like it though, maybe,
Yeah, if you guys like it, yeah, maybe we'll get people to fucking tune
send us
in,
some
right?
pennies, maybe we can afford it.
Or a cash app. What's the cash app for the show, man? What is it?
Oh, I gotta get one for the show.
Yeah, you do.
I have a Gmail.
Exactly. Yeah,
Zez Says Media. Yeah, hit us up there.
Zez Says Media and Zealous at and Big Booty Bitches 6 at
But the big thing here is that we're gonna touch on like typical pod stuff that we would normally do, but also with this being a special episode, we're gonna kind of take y'all back to some of our favorite points, some of the favorite things that we've done here, and then do some fun shit towards the end. So
absolutely.
Stick along with us. So if
does your
unless
back hurt?
Huh?
I'm sorry, does your back hurt?
No, I feel good. Why you?
Shit is killing me, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
If you want to switch a seat, because I mean these look pretty nice.
Nah, we good. I'm taller. I'm sorry.
All right. So unless people have been living under a rock, the last week has been pretty eventful. For a guy named Kyrie Irving, who tends to find himself in the media quite often. I know we've gone over it in the last pod, so should we re-go over it, or should we like just kind of update?
Because you kept telling me to be careful.
Should we do an update?
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
So since we've talked,
and nobody listened to that episode, anyways, right?
I think since we talked, he since talked to the media again.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Terrible.
And then after how badly that went, eventually, it started heating up. The league, you started hearing rumblings. The league was really pissed about it.
Yeah.
People in the front office with Brooklyn were getting pissed off about it, to the point where it just kind of overflowed, kind of like a volcano, to the point where he ended up getting suspended. He got fined, I believe. No, maybe it was just a suspension.
Just forcing him.
But it was suspension, but he can't get paid. He won't be paid during the time. Yeah, with no pay.
Yeah, they said at least 5 games, right?
At least 5 games, and then it came out that they wanted him to apologize, but it came with 6 requirements. Have you seen these requirements?
This is so fucking dumb.
So the requirements are that he apologizes and condemns the film that he promoted. So people are like, okay, well, he's already done that. Technically, he has not. So people saw that the Instagram post, right?
Yeah,
that is not what the Nets are looking for. The Nets want him to publicly come out in front of a microphone, in front of media.
Yeah.
And make this, condemn the film, but also make the apology. He still has to do that. He has to make a $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes, which he initially tried to, but the night of which he ended up getting suspended, one of the leaders of those causes came out and said, we will not be accepting his donation due to the fact that, we're not going to, it's kind of, simply put, we're not going to really sell it for the money because we don't stand with what he does. Him putting his money out isn't going to change anything, because we clearly saw more than one occasion within that week
where
he could have, where he could have done something about it, and he didn't. He has the complete sensitivity training, which that really hasn't been detailed out, but I don't know what that is. Complete anti-Semitism training. He has to meet with the ADL and Jewish leaders, and then meet with the team owner Joe Tsai to demonstrate an understanding of the situation. What's funny about the meeting with Joe Tsai is that he met with him in between the 2 press conferences.
Oh, he did?
So we talked about the one after the game.
Yeah.
That was when we last talked, I believe. And, he kind of went on his thing back and forth with the reporter and was like, that's kind of childish. And then he met with Joe Tsai. They sat, they talked. You understand? Yeah, I understand. And then after practice the next day, like, he didn't even have the conversation with Joe Tsai. He didn't say typically he doubled down, but the way he came off is he doubled down. He could have very well said, listen, I'm sorry how that came off. It's not my intent, yada, yada, yada. He did not. And it was terrible. So with all that being said, what are your thoughts? 1 on the situation, and 2 on the state of, 3 questions maybe.
Yeah.
1 on the situation, 2 on the state of the Nets, and 3 on what happens with Kyrie from here.
Now, am I allowed to be honest or nah?
How honest you want? I mean, go for it. What do we got?
I mean,
Can you be honest with being careful?
Can I be honest and be careful? Honestly, probably. I'm gonna try.
Let's
I'm
see
gonna
what we
try.
got.
I'm gonna try. I think. Damn, man, I don't want to get us in trouble, bro.
Okay.
I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want to say what I really mean.
What, in regards to Kyrie or
Yeah,
regards
to
to
the
the situation?
situation. Yeah, I mean, the situation is fucked up, cool, but like, I can't.
Not a
I
chance.
don't think I can. To be honest,
No.
usually, I don't hold my tongue, but man, I gotta respect the show, man, and I can't really.
Okay, well, let me put it like this: do you agree
Yeah.
with how Kyrie handled the whole situation?
Well, that's my issue with the situation. I
So
don't
you
think the
think-
situation was that big of a deal, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I mean,
Can
the
I
way he
ask
handled.
why-
Okay, all right. The way he handled it was bad.
Okay.
It was immature. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just listen. Just you did hurt people. Just just apologize.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not. All he had to do is say sorry,
Mhm.
and then it would have been cool. But the situation as a whole is great. It's foul to me.
Right.
And it kind of, damn, almost went down the wrong. I almost
Okay.
said some bullshit, but fuck, I can't, man. Damn, there's something we got to talk about off mic, man. I can't say it, but yeah, I don't
All right,
agree.
so-
Okay, all right, I don't agree with the punishments. There you go. I don't agree with like the sick, the whole,
Okay.
everything that's going on. I don't agree with the aftermath.
Do you understand why they did this?
Do I understand?
Yeah. I mean, I believe the reason, and I think it's pretty clear as to why they went down this route with these requirements, is that it's clearly after multiple conversations, multiple situations, and days within that, just that 1 week alone, that he had opportunities to, fix, not really fix the situation, but try to mend it.
Yeah.
And he continuously put his foot in his mouth, and he really didn't make an effort to do anything about it.
Mhm.
And I think it's the manner in which he came off too. He never came off apologetic, because especially when he was asked, after practice, they were like, do you condemn this? It's a book and it's also a documentary, I believe. Do you condemn this work? And or do you believe, or do you believe you're anti-Semitic, or whatever it is? He goes, how can I be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from?
That's what I'm saying. That's a really, if you do,
Mhm. The
that's
thing
a
is, that's
deeper-
not
that's a-
what people were asking him, though.
no.
The fact
no,
that
but-
he's
but
not
no,
straight up
but-
saying it,
But think about it though. I mean, he did answer the question.
he
You know
didn't
what I'm
answer
saying?
it.
He did.
He asked them, "Do you apologize?" He couldn't straight up say that. The fact that he was, I'll equate it to like this. We had this
Yeah.
conversation a few months back. Before the offseason, before the NFL season started. Do you remember the situation with Rodgers? Remember the whole
Aaron
"Are you
Rodgers?
vaxxed?" Remember, and he said, "No, I'm what was it?
Immunized.
I'm immunized."
Immunized, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And it
That's-
was like, "Are you vaxxed?
But
You
that's
vaxxed?"
not the same.
And he
though.
kept saying, "Oh, I'm immunized." It's like you're giving them an answer you think is suffice when it's not really the right answer. And plus, he never was vaxxed, so he didn't do what he
No,
was supposed
but
to do.
that's not too good of an example because Kyrie did answer the question.
But he never apologized when he was asked multiple times. And him just saying that, "Oh, I know where I can't be that. I know where I come from."
yeah,
This is where I push back on that. It's because, and I mean, you could probably speak to it we can all speak to it within our own communities. Clearly, this is something that's, racist. There's multiple layers to this, right?
yeah.
But think about like racism in a sense, right? Clearly, multiple groups can be racist towards each other, right?
I mean,
White
to be-
people aren't racist towards black people on
yeah,
multiple occasions,
but not the
and
other
vice
way
versa.
around. Like, how? Because you're not the oppressed, so how can it be?
No. All right, fine. Not to
Yeah,
put it
I
like
can
that.
prejudice, but I can't.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Prejudices, right?
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
not great.
Well, no, it's not great, but
Okay,
it's not racist.
But there's also prejudices and sometimes racism within own communities, right? Towards each other, where people are like trying to push each other.
Yeah,
People within their own communities are trying to push each other down when it's supposed to be lifting up. No,
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
So it happens like that. So Kyrie's answer to that almost comes off as like, "I can't be, guys. I'm on your side." And it's like, just because you're saying that doesn't clearly state that you're in agreement with us, especially with the idea that you've posted this. You're putting yourself in the fray now. It's time for you to step up and apologize.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Did you read the book and did you watch the documentary?
Absolutely not.
So then
No, but plenty of information's out about both, showing all the wrongness about it, which is stuff that he didn't even understand because he himself had
It's a
done it.
3-hour doc.
Sure,
So
but
there's
if you're
a lot
going to
of
be putting that
information
out there, shouldn't you have watched and read everything,
Yeah,
which
but
he
that's what I'm
didn't?
saying. But what I heard from someone who watched it was that it wasn't all
It wasn't all. It doesn't matter if it wasn't. No. But it wasn't that. It doesn't matter that it wasn't all. It could be one small thing. It still holds the same weight.
Though. But that's foul.
No, that's not.
Yes, it is. Because if I'm telling the truth, even though it hurts, it doesn't matter.
No. But I understand where you're trying to come from, but that's not the point of this conversation or the problem with Kyrie. The problem here is that there are negative, connotations in that, and he just glossed over it to focus on the good stuff.
But does that make him anti-Semitic?
No, and at no point do I think, even despite as poorly as he handled this, do I think that he's anti-Semitic. However, all right, you still, as someone that's in the limelight, that's someone that's behind a mic, behind a microscope, you have to understand your responsibility with this kind of thing, and you can't just let something like that go by. He handled it so poorly.
But that's also
on multiple occasions. No.
That's not fair.
Why is it not fair? They are as much as they're responsible for all the accolades and everything they say for things to support them. They're just as equally responsible for the stuff that can negatively hit them. They don't get to hide and pick and choose.
I understand. I don't think they should be. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get to my celebrity status, I do not think that I should be.
I understand what you think, but also I know what
I can only give my opinion.
I hear that. All right, fine. I get that from where you would come from, where you believe it should be in that regard.
Yeah.
But do you not? But the world we live in. Yeah. That is the set of rules that we've kind of created as a society.
And I hate it, and I think society is a problem. I think the man upstairs
come down. All right, fine, but we can disagree whatever you may feel on that.
Yeah.
It still comes back to how he handled it. And he handled it poorly.
He
never once handled it correctly.
That's the only thing that I'm talking about. Like if he did something wrong, then he should have apologized. But then again, I can't say that because if I stand on something, I'm never apologizing. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, well you can't. Well, it
doesn't matter if I offend you.
But that's not to be fair with you.
Yeah.
That's not always the best way to look at things.
Of course not. No, of course not. I'm an asshole. So yeah.
No, I get that, but you've never had it where you've stood tall, and then you realize later on down the line, oh, I was really fucked up for how I handled that. I was wrong. I didn't have all the right information to have that.
I sleep great every night, bro.
Terrible.
I'm a terrible human, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm a bad guy. Sometimes, sometimes. It depends on who it is, but most of the time, I stand on what I believe on, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So like,
no, I know, but you can also.
It depends on how the other person takes it too. If I see the other person's taking it pretty rough, I'm like, all right, listen, bro, I didn't mean it. I'll try to fix it, but I'll still tell them, listen, I still believe in what I'm saying. But the way I delivered it was
here's another thing, because the way it originated and where it started from, was the fact that he initially just posted the link, right? And then he went in the meeting the night after, right after the game, and he was asked, why are you promoting it? And he said, I'm not promoting it.
Correct.
Here's where the issue is. He gave no context to posting it.
Right.
So if you're to post your band, right?
Yes.
You post the band no context, right?
Yeah.
Post the band doing good.
Right.
But what if your mindset is like, I fucking hate these people. I hate the music. It sounds awful. How would I get that context from you posting that? If you're posting, I'm thinking, oh, he supports this. He loves this. This is something he likes.
But he's not promoting it though.
I'm not saying he is.
Yeah.
But he gave no context as to what he meant by it. There are a lot of anti-Semitic and negative things in that piece of work, right? But that's not the stuff that he was focusing on when he was talking about it from what he had.
I'm saying, but you can't say that because you said you didn't read the book or watch the documentary.
What does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean? I mean, I can't. That's why I can't really speak on it too because I don't know what's in there.
No. But it's not about. So there's parts where you're talking about. Oh, there's stuff that is in support of black culture, this and that.
No. I'm talking. Oh shit. The only thing I heard because one of my guys in the band he watched. I think he watched the whole thing.
Okay.
And he said that, they were talking about the numbers of the deaths were inflated, and that happens with everything. So then again, I didn't watch it myself, so I don't know.
Sure,
so I can't really.
Even if it's something like that, and I get
that's
neither
not anti-Semitic though.
Hold on, I'm not getting to that. All I'm saying is, even if it's something like that, it could be a million people, could still be one. It's still wrong.
Of course, it's still wrong. But if that's the only wrong thing that was in the documentary, then
right. But to multiple people's credit that are on the side of it that feel offended by it, that have watched it, enough people have come out that have been offended for there to be a point as to Kyrie is wrong in this situation on how he handled it and where he came from. If he just came out and said, listen, I didn't watch the whole film. I didn't see all the anti-Semitic stuff in it. I got none of that context. I didn't know any of that. From the stuff that I knew or read or whatever little I knew about it was the stuff that was
I agree with you on
anything that was in my favor. But he never.
He didn't.
And that's the problem. He never did that, and that's why he handled. The whole
he did. He agreed. He handled like a dick. I agree with that. I'm just talking about the after stuff. I don't really agree with that. That's
so the after stuff in what sense? Because he was his own demise. He made it continuously
just because you
worse.
offend someone, it doesn't mean they could take everything away from you. That's the most stupidest shit in the
world.
Hold
on, but they do hold a responsibility as NBA players because in their contract too, they are like, they signing on to also partake in speaking with the media. You're more than welcome to be like, next question. But also just as a man, like it's just with him, the issue always comes down to when he wants to make a point or say something, he just outwardly says it and he feels like there can't be any wrong to what he says, right? Anytime he says something, he just wants all the praise and all the support, and he's willing to have that dialogue.
I think you're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying just because you disagree with somebody or you offend someone, it doesn't. I don't think you should take everything away from the man. That doesn't. That's what I'm talking about. Brandon, if we disagree and I take the show, I say you can't come to my house anymore. You can't record. Is that right?
No, but also that is different than what we're talking about. If you're in a place of work and you said something that was, if you were sexually harassing somebody or being racist towards somebody, something like that, you would lose your
bro. That has sexual assault and telling somebody fuck you is a huge
no.
Man.
What I'm telling you is you're still offending someone. You're still taking the side of wherever you're coming from is offensive and oppressing somebody.
Yeah, but sexual assault is against the law. If I say kiss my ass, it's not against the law.
I get what you're saying, but also being, if it's racist or sexist and stuff like that, if you're not outwardly doing anything, I mean, that's still against what you're supposed to be doing. Even if all the stuff isn't always written in line.
What do you mean, what are you supposed to be doing?
I don't know how to word this. I don't know how to get to this. I'm just saying,
but that's what I mean. Yo, if you offend somebody, so what? That's my whole point. All right, you're offended. So what? Get over it. Like that's what I'm talking about.
It's not just offending somebody. Like, oh, I think you're fat. Like that's one thing. Like he came off as promoting this. That is promoting when you're posting something. It is.
It's not. It's not promoting.
It's
not promoting. I posted a flyer today. That's promoting.
Why do you get to choose what turns it into promoting and
because
what doesn't?
That's what it was, an event. It was a link, and I'm helping my guy promote.
I understand, but if you're posting a link to a YouTube video, you're promoting. You want people to watch it, right? Let me
get my shit off. Hold on, let me get my shit off. He just posted a link. Didn't say nothing. There was nothing. It's just a link. That's it. He didn't say go buy this, click on this. He just posted a link.
But why?
That's not promoting. What do you mean why? Because it's a social media. He just promoted.
I understand, but it came from nowhere, and there's so much negative stuff to it. And like we taled about last week, that's compounding off of everything from the week before, even with all the Kanye stuff as well.
The kind of they proved him right, but that's a different conversation. That's a completely different. But they did prove him right. That's
but it's how things come off in the media and how you handle stuff.
I know, but I'm saying. The way you handle things, cool. I understand that. But the whole, like, that's what I mean. Like, what's happening, other side. Yeah. What's happening to Kyrie is proving a lot of these narratives right. The same thing happened to Kyrie and Kanye. It's the same thing. They're proving them right. It does not, you offend somebody. So what? Your feelings are hurt. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We as people, my community, we've been getting shitted on for 400 years plus. Who fucking cares? I'm a black man telling you, I don't care.
Right, but that is only your perspective, right? Like you said,
it should be everybody's perspective. That's how we need to move forward. No, I'm just saying, but that's the only way we're going to move forward. That's literally the only way we're going to move forward. The only way society can move forward is if people could just mind their fucking business and just let's keep going. It's not that big of a deal, bro. He didn't do anything. That was such a people act like he killed the Pope. It's insane. It's so like, and I did not watch. I'm gonna find time to watch it, but I did not watch it. I don't know what's in there, but from what I've been getting, it's really not that bad. From what I've been getting, but in my opinion,
in your opinion, but you're also not coming from that side of the Jewish community that's feeling this oppression. That's like if someone from the Jewish community or someone else. How they're feeling towards this situation.
What oppression?
Whatever's in this film that's making everybody feel the way it is from that community means something. And you're kind of just like poo-pooing it by saying like...
I'm poo-pooing it. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about people's feelings, bro. What is oppressive? So, all right, let me ask you a question. Are Jewish people oppressed in this world?
That's not for me to speak on. I don't know. Everybody feels some way towards somebody because of something.
You ever been to Flatbush? You ever been to Eastern Parkway?
Yeah, what about it?
You ever been to Hope Street? I mean, not Hope Street, Strawberry Hill?
Yeah, what about it?
Do they look oppressed to you? You ever been to Flatbush Church? You ever see those Jewish people, Lakewood, New Jersey? Do they look oppressed to you? Come on, son, stop it, man. That's why we can't really get into that,
man.
It's simple though. It's very simple.
If you're trying to simplify it, it's simple. But overall, it's not.
I'm not trying. It's extremely simple. Mind your business. It's okay.
Well, he's not minding his by putting it out there.
Will never hurt me, bro. It's just words, man. Everybody has opinions. Get over yourself, man. If people, we just gotta have tougher skin, bro, just to move forward. Like it's not that big of a deal, man. Like if somebody says something to me that's about my community and all that stuff, I love you. Have a good day. I got shit to do. I got an empire to build. I got a family to save. I don't understand why people are so hung up on it and take everything away from the dude.
You didn't take anything away. He still makes millions of dollars. He didn't play a few games.
Kyrie's not going to dribble a basketball anymore. It's a wrap. He's not going to play for the Brooklyn
Hold on.
Nets.
Is it a one-time situation with him, though? This is a compounding of things that have happened. And this is where it comes down to. It's how many times, Kyrie, you're a child with a bunch of money that when it comes to when it wants to be your way, you get to command the situation however you want. And then when someone... Let me say it like this. If someone says something, right, words or whatever like that. But if you say something and I take offense to it, and you don't feel that it should have... I don't have the right to come up to you and talk to you about it, how I feel, or how I feel.
Yeah, I didn't say you didn't.
That's a big, huge part of that problem, though. He is not open to any part of the other side of a conversation ever. He says that, but then when the guy asks him a conversation there in front of the media, he pushes it away.
But yeah, I'm talking about after.
After he gets suspended and can't play.
Not fair.
That is not right. Why does this? The apology only came when stuff was taken away from him.
But you just
that's a child.
But you just
that's no. But that's the same exact situation in which a child.
But
you have a child,
he
right?
put out the post before he got suspended.
Absolutely.
I'm saying, yeah, exactly. So
no. I get that, but I'm saying the apology didn't come until multiple times.
No, that's not true. The apology on Instagram came out before he was suspended.
No, he was suspended that night. It was that night
or the same day, whatever. Yeah, but that's not okay.
It came It came after he got the news came out that he was suspended, and then happened.
Somebody came out and do you know how hard it is to say sorry? So somebody came out and apologized, and now you don't believe him, and now you're saying this bullshit. That's another problem we have in society that I don't fuck with either. How are we going to
Ghost. It is not that they don't believe his apology. The reason they don't believe his apology is because the apology only came when stuff was taken away from him, and it was shit, now they're holding me responsible.
But how do you know that?
Time of events. And literally timeline of events. He got suspended, and then the post came out post the fact.
Watch this. It still don't matter. He still apologized. It's still not easy to say sorry. I've said 3 times in my life. I'm 28.
You're a different person, though. You handle stuff way differently than a lot of people.
It's not easy to say sorry.
I get it. Pride comes in a way, but there also has to be a social understanding and awareness when you do something wrong.
He did it, so then help him move forward. Educate him, help move forward.
Sure, but here's the thing. You're saying like, oh, help him. They tried to help him multiple times, and he kept doing the same thing. That's the problem.
How many mistakes you made in your life?
Plenty.
Okay, then.
So have any of them been on a national level where it's anywhere near the level of his, especially compounding off multiple times where he never apologizes?
And that still should not matter.
Hold on. This is why it matters. Yeah. You're a business owner.
Yes.
If you had someone in your business, a band member, that was going out and consistently doing stuff that was hurting the brand, at some point, regardless of how talented they are, you have to cut them. That's the problem.
I didn't say no. Hold on.
Do you agree with that? You don't agree with that?
I didn't say that. I didn't say if the Nets want to part ways with him, cool. That's
no. Fine. But you're saying he's never going to play basketball again. That is why you're making the brand look bad. The brand of also the NBA. Why should they let him play if it's continuously making their brand look bad? Who cares how talented he is?
I'm talking about him as a person. I'm saying him as a person. Like we just need to move forward. Help him if you want. Help him if you don't. Whatever. If he loses basketball, cool. But I'm talking about. To take everything away from him because of one comment. Hold on. If he did not say anything about, if this was about, let me see. If this was about how he didn't like fucking Asian people or something, nah, that's worse. If he didn't like oranges or whatever, and they took this all, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like it's just they wouldn't have. If you talk about black people, they wouldn't have done anything, nothing. Not at all. If he said some foul shit
I understand. That is a huge problem. That is a huge problem that we deal with. I understand
the problem
that.
I'm having with. You know what I'm saying? If they want to, if the Nets want to, part ways with them, cool. Because I would have done, if I had somebody that was making my brain look bad, yeah, of course, I'm business owner. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
No, but
for sure.
But the only reason I bring that up is because you took to exception as they took everything away from him. They didn't fire him. They still haven't waived him. He's still a member of the Nets. He's just suspended. Despite everything that forget everything before the Nets. The few years he's been there, all this stuff.
Well, he's a bad example for that because they was getting ready to kick his ass out anyways. But he's a bad example for that.
It's just knowing he doesn't know the room ever. That's his problem. Well, no, and he's just like, I'm gonna be me unabashedly and not care about anything else. You have to, especially when you represent a brand. No, you're not an individual. You don't get to just run rogue and not hold any accountability for your actions. And that's how he handles every situation. Like, and this is why it's even fun. It's like not funnier, but more ironic. The fact that he's consistently done something. It's finally until this point where a team actually took action and did something with him. Because the only thing before that was that.
But that don't what? That don't make your head, that don't make the mind think a little bit.
What you mean?
That now?
Oh no, it took too long. It should have happened earlier for sure. Absolutely should have happened earlier.
Yeah, we gotta have a conversation off mic, man, so I can really get into my bag, man. But Kyrie, I don't like the shit that he's staying for because I don't think he really reads and shit like that. He's a fake smart guy.
So you don't think that matters then?
What?
To everything to that point, because you were kind of looking through outside of it being someone like Kyrie.
I just conceded the argument and said this is a bad example because all the shit he's done before. But it's only this one point that I have a problem with. But everything else is valid. But it's just that one thing that I have an issue with the Kanye and the Kyrie situation. But obviously I don't have to say it, but that's an issue that's proven the argument correct, that the problem that we have with that group of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's they're not playing fair. And I think we all know that, but everybody's just, turning a blind eye or whatever the fuck the phrase is just because, they are powerful. Mm-hmm. And nobody wants to admit that. Like if you say that if I just said that and they're going to say that that's anti-Semitic. No, it's the truth. It is the truth. They do hold a lot of power, a lot of weight in the economy. They do. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that's, that's all I'm saying. But Kyrie's an asshole, but I
think the points at which the both of them come at, and I hear what you're saying, because I did the Kanye research too. Like I was like, the lot came out. I'm like, I need to hear more about this.
Exactly.
I need to know everything that's going on other than just the headline.
He's the wrong messenger for that message.
And same with Kyrie.
Correct.
And how they both do it and how they both handle their situations.
It's bad.
And the thing is with Kyrie, there's people that are quick to say, oh, it still probably would have gotten blown out of proportion just because even if he tried to apologize, done everything because it's still Kyrie. Sure. To this point, though, I don't know because I think it just became it continuously got worse from his end.
They've been waiting to get his ass out of here, so it would have. I think no matter what.
The thing is, waiting to get his ass out of here, but even after he made the comments the first few times, even before the with the suspension, like they asked and they even the owners come out and said, not once have we thought about waiving Kyrie, despite everything.
Because when Kyrie puts a jersey on and plays basketball, money. That's why. As a business owner, I get it. It's money.
Sure, but to what end though? To where it's like, sure, does he fill up some seats? It helps. Mm-hmm. KD's still gonna fill up that stadium by himself. Absolutely, does not have an issue. He's still a top 3 player. Like, doesn't have a problem with it.
Nah, Kyrie's him, bro. Kyrie.
You think he's bigger than Durant?
Okay, who's a more exciting player to watch?
I mean, that's arguable, and I'm a huge Kyrie fan in regards to his game, but that's arguable. I mean, Durant's pretty freaking exciting.
One more time. The average Joe, not you, not the enthusiast, the average Joe, who is more exciting to watch? Kyrie Irving.
Sure.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you can say, I mean.
So that's why they look over.
It's a fact. I mean, even Durant himself, it's somewhat exciting in a sense to see someone that tall handle and shoot the ball at his ability. That's pretty crazy, like Kyrie. Too. You saw the movie he did the other night?
Of course. Yeah, that was come on, bro. Left, come on, stop it, man. Come on, man. Left, right, stop it.
You gonna act like he doesn't have a bag?
I'm like Kyrie?
Not like Kyrie, but to act.
No, I don't think so. He's long.
Sure.
So if he goes this way and you know what I'm saying, it can look, you know what I mean? He doesn't have. He's just a longer Tim Hardaway, bro. I don't think he has that deep of a dribble package like Kyrie Irving. Are you serious? Kyrie Irving has a ball glued to his hand.
No. I get that. I'm not saying Kyrie. I get that, saying. But I gotta show you some highlights.
KD's my second favorite scorer behind Melo. So you know what I'm saying. I'm not.
All right, but besides all that, back to the point that you made, though, like they'll be absolutely fine if Kyrie's not in those seats. They were filling up those seats when they had D'Angelo Russell and Jared Dudley. When they made that playoff run, they were filling up the arena fine.
Well, that's because
you don't think they can do that
because they were dick for so long and they made a playoff run. But after that, what happened? They couldn't fill out that stadium. The only person who filled out the stadium was me and Jack Harlow.
They listen. They fill it up fine when they're when they're winning games.
Brooklyn has an attendance problem. No, they don't.
It's not that terrible as you think it is.
No, New York period has an attendance problem. It is.
The Knicks don't have an attendance problem as bad as they are.
Yes, they do. They all do. Everybody in New York except for the Jets and Giants right now have an attendance problem. The only person that can fill up a stadium in New York is Harry Styles. That's it.
You're drunk.
And Burna Boy.
So many people can.
and briefly educated. Feel me?
Let's move on. The NFL.
Yes.
So trade deadline just a week or two ago?
No.
Just came and went.
Trade deadline was a week, Tuesday. Right?
Yeah, last week.
Last week, yeah. Week 6?
So a week ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Just came and went.
Yep.
Reporters come out that multiple owners have tried to push forward
12, I think, to be
12
exact.
at this point?
Yeah.
That are trying to get it as to where they want to move the deadline back. I saw the number either week 10 or 12.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts initially?
Love it.
You do?
Yes.
So I really thought you were going to say I hate it. I don't want them to move it. Yeah, because you usually take the type where you usually take the angle where it's like, no, it's good as it is. Don't fuck with it. Stop bitching. It is what it is. So you do like it.
Yeah, I like it.
So I like it too. So I was reading ahead of time and I was looking into it. I was like, it does make sense. Like the points, what you're trying to go about it. It's so hard. It's so hard to tell that early in the season what you are really as a team still.
No, yeah, we don't know.
Because 4 weeks later, you can be you could have taken this huge jump and you're on a run and you're like, oh, you're going to be, now it's not a matter of if you get there, it's just what seeding you finish.
Where you finish.
Or you could be somewhat, we're doing good right now. It could be like a 2 seed. All of a sudden, you're the bottom of your division. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so early. Especially with this season, like we've seen, there's been so much parity with this season.
There are no standouts.
You know what I mean? Even the teams that have the better records, it's still like you still see really like glaring holes. You know what I mean? Like there's still issues there. Like there's issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every team got some issues.
You know what I mean? There's we can talk about the 2 AFC teams. One loses to the Jets and the other one struggles against Malik Willis and the Titans. You know what I mean? And then you have on the NFC side the Eagles.
No, he didn't lose. What are you talking about?
The Bills lost.
The Bills lost, but not the.
I said they struggled with Malik Willis. They pulled it out.
They was looking bad.
I was still wondering. I'm like, how is it's like one of those things. It literally became like it was like 2 or 3 huge Derrick Henry runs that kept putting them down there where they were able to make a play. Because otherwise, for those three plays, like I think Kansas City would have ended up walking away. But also that defense was holding tough for Tennessee.
That defense was they was hitting them, man.
And although Philly's still undefeated. Yeah. I didn't get to watch the game. I was just kind of follow the score because I was working that night.
Philly.
The Texans were kind of fighting around with them, and the Texans are not a team that anybody.
It's only because they have a really good coach.
Absolutely, no, absolutely.
That's why, yeah.
For the Texans,
Lovie Smith, bro.
Oh, he is down. That's right.
Yeah,
sure, but I mean, like, the talent on the rosters isn't comparable, though.
It doesn't. Oh, yeah, but if I'm smarter than you and I do my job, then I'm gonna.
No, but I mean, like, we should scoring.
And Philly had a bad day. If you have a bad day,
no, sure, they had a bad day. But we talked about this like a few pods ago that Philly might be undefeated, but we do see the holes there.
No. You said that. I don't see any holes. What holes do you see in Philly? In Philly, no. I don't. What weaknesses do they have? You tell me.
You're like super impressed, and you think like they're the sure runaway favorite, like no problems. That if they went up against any of the 2 AFC teams, they'd be fine against them. Because I don't think so. And Buffalo, I told you this last week.
Buffalo will have an extremely long day at the office if they play Philly. A very long day at the office.
Yo, I told you both. I said this last week, and if I didn't, I'll say it now. Both those AFC teams, I would choose them right now over the Eagles.
That's insane. You do know they can't stop anybody, right? They're hurt in their defense.
Who can't?
Tre'Davious White isn't back yet, and they lost their 2 all-star safeties, and Milano's dealing with
There's plenty of season left. They'll be okay. And here's another thing. The Eagles have been surprisingly healthy for 2 things. They've been surprisingly healthy and surprisingly have not, like, I don't know if it's historically or like it's pretty remarkable. It's something crazy that they have not been turning the ball over at all. That starts to change. You don't get to run with that luck the whole time. Eventually,
you can.
The odds. No,
when you have a quarterback that can put the ball in his titties and run, he's not going to turn the ball over.
Interceptions can happen.
Of course they can, but
fumbles can happen.
For sure. But have you ever seen them fumble?
Yeah, it happens. Not this season, but you can't say it's never happened. Come on.
I'm just saying, I think Philly could take either of those teams because they could put up the points just like everybody else, and they have a better defense than both of them combined. So,
I don't know. I'd be a little wary. I'm
sorry, buddy.
Phil.
Sorry, buddy. When healthy, Bills are a problem, but I'm saying,
and there's a lot of time till then, and
those safeties aren't coming back. Hold on, they're not coming back. They're done for the year.
And listen, I don't like to wish anything on anybody. I don't like the most important one. And listen, I don't like to wish anything on anybody. Knock on wood. Yeah. You think Philly's non-injury luck's gonna last this long?
Yes.
That is very yes. That is very gracious.
They play good football, the smart football. They'll be fine. Free accidents happen.
But we're talking about 3 teams right now that are very competitive teams, right? The Bills being one that try to make a move at the deadline.
We got to get back to the original point.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the Bills being one team that tried to make moves at the dedeadline for 2 big name backs with Kamara and C-Mac. Didn't end up pulling either. But they ended up getting to get
somebody else too. Right?
They ended up getting a Naheem Hines, which I mean he's a decent back. He's decent. He's not the level of those two.
He just does what they want. Just the pass game. That's all it is. Yeah. So it's a good pickup for them.
It's a good pickup. I'm just thinking, like, as lethal as their offense is, you do want to be able to run it just to throw off what the defense is throwing at you. The looks, you know what I mean?
I already disproved your.
You didn't disprove it. No, we looked at the stats.
4.7 yards per carry, 2 runs is a first down. My
absolutely,
guy.
And we also looked into it and we looked at the volume, and it's not a high volume.
That's okay. The volume. It doesn't mean they can't do it. They're just not doing it. They're not calling the plays, but they can do it when they run the ball. 2 of them bitches is a first down.
So if they were that confident in their running game, why were they ready to throw so much assets for the 2 of them?
I don't know, Brandon. All I'm telling
you
is
what I'm saying is they know more than us because they're the ones that are in. They're the ones that are in the locker room. They're the ones that are dealing with that team.
I don't believe everybody knows more than me. Look at Frank. Frank, he can sit right here with us today because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
I would say that the whole situation in Buffalo has a better idea of what's going on than we do.
I don't think that's always necessarily true because they can't see what we see. So. When they run the ball,
they run with Josh Allen.
Listen to what I'm saying. Singletary, same thing. Singletary, he rushed 3.9 yards per carry. That is very good.
Seriously a fan of Singletary.
See, Singletary's a very good back. Yes.
Yes, I'm dead ass.
Say yes, please.
Yes, please. I'm so glad we got Zach Moss out of there.
I don't like Zach Moss.
I don't like Zach Moss either.
Singletary, when he
tough.
It's 4 yards a pop.
Thank you. And 2 of them bitches is a first down. That's a very good.
As a Bills, I'm not saying they need to run that many times a game. You need to run more than what they're doing to get it over the. You want ball control. Hold on. Here's another thing. Even alone in what? Listen, they got as close as they've ever come in the last recent years. Last year, right, with Kansas City, and they ended up losing.
Right.
Ball
it wasn't
control.
because of the run game.
Hold on. Ball control helps because if you don't give the other team back, they don't get to score the touchdown, right?
I got you. No, I got you. You said ball control. Check it out. When you're scoring 7-second drives, you don't. What ball control do you need? And guess what? Those touchdowns, all they scored. Guess what kind of plays they were?
Talk to me.
Play action.
Not every single one.
The ones where
they were running a lot out of the shotgun.
Thank you. 4 touchdowns in a row. Play action, deep post. Gimme.
We can watch.
And the defense bid on it every time. You know why? Because when they run the ball, it's effective.
Everybody would not be talking about it the way it is if everybody thought the run game was effective in Buffalo.
That's not necessarily true. You ever played football before? You ever been on a football team?
You have to stop going to have I ever played football.
I'm just
because
asking.
If that's always going to be your way you go about it, then you got the argument. You got the argument.
You ever played basketball before?
Have you ever played an organized basketball team? Then you wouldn't know how. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I never bring that conversation to you because that's not the same.
How is it not the same?
Oh, have you ever played organized basketball before? I played high school basketball before. It means nothing compared to professional basketball. It means nothing.
That's not true. Well, maybe your bitch ass sport. I'm sorry, but my sport it matters at every level because we are banging heads at every level. The only thing that changes.
Hold on, nobody's talking about the way in which you play the game. You're always going to do that.
The game, but is you're the game not no matter what. You remember, it's a kids game too. By the way, don't forget that.
That grown men play.
Doesn't matter. It's still a kids game. It doesn't matter for grown.
What does it matter if it's a kids game?
It don't matter. It's a kids game.
What does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean? It's a kids game. That's what I'm
saying. So say the next point though.
No matter what you do, the same coverages that they're running in the NFL is the same thing I was doing when I was playing. The same formations.
Not every. Hold on. You know, different levels of the skill and age group and everything matters to how effective you can do certain things.
You don't
right?
understand what I'm saying.
You can't run the same fucking things in high school that you can run at the professional level and think you're gonna be as effective.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. We ran a pro style offense in a pro style offense at my high school. We was under center. We was
sure playing against the same level competition that
you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the level of conversation. I'm talking about the X's and O's are the same at every level. Cover 2, cover 0, cover 6, cover 5, all the same thing. They're all the same shit. 4-3, 4-4, 3-3-5. All the stuff that we ran. I played 3 technique, the same technique your down play. So it's the same thing. So I think I know what I'm talking about. they have really, really good success. And plus, it's an analytic era too. So if they think, the whole league thinks like this. You throw a ball 20-something yards, you get big chunks. They don't do the little choppy, the gaslighting games are so short now. That doesn't mean you can't run the ball. Just because you don't do it doesn't mean you can't do it, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I understand your point, but I don't think that's the case. Because the numbers show whenever he touches the football, he gains yards. He does not get hit in the backfield. And they have a good offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying. Singletary can run the football, and he's very effective.
No, I hear that.
That's why he's still on the roster.
I hear that. He's effective, sure.
Yeah.
When he does.
Right.
I think the big thing, which I said before, is the volume. Now, I get it. I know how effective they are in the pass game. That's a coaching thing. I do think the pass game, and again, knock on wood, don't wish harm upon anybody.
For sure.
You have to try to make sure all aspects of your team have, high-level talent in it and good, depth behind it, right?
For sure. And they have good depth.
God forbid something was to happen to Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, their receiving core.
Yeah.
And they start going to that third, fourth, whatever guy. And you need to start being able to run the ball because injuries are unpredictable. They can happen.
Yeah.
You have to have a little more of a reliable thing. And it's not to say that Singletary isn't. Credit to him. You said the numbers. He said the numbers. I get that. Right. It also helps to bolster up that backfield in the case that he were to get hurt.
Yeah.
And they felt very confident that Moss was not that guy. And that's why they were pursuing other guys and willing to give up plenty of assets until it became too much.
But Moss was not their number one guy. There's a reason why they kept
That's why I mentioned depth, though. That's what I'm saying. Depth.
They have Dalvin Cook's little brother. He's
no.
good.
But there's a reason. Well, if they felt they were really comfortable with it, they wouldn't have gone out and gotten Nyheim Hines.
They got Nyheim Hines for the passing game.
He's still a back, though.
But he's not a running back. He's a
they will put it.
back.
He's never going to run the ball, and he goes out there.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's silly because a big part of why I heard they wanted to move out Zach Moss was because they were like, it's too predictable every time he goes out there because they believe it's going to be a pass when he's in there.
That's why I have my own opinions. I watched the game. That makes zero sense to me because he's a bigger back. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but and he's not as shifty as
I'm not saying what he's capable of. I'm saying
they went
what
after,
they use.
Okay, look, they went after three. They went after three running backs all specialists and do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. But they're all
passing game.
But
correct. Hold on, time out.
Sure, but they're all very good at running the ball as well. You can't say they're not.
I wouldn't say they're great.
They come up with 90 to 100 yards a game on running yards. These guys, McCaffrey does that consistently. Kamara does that consistently.
Well, he doesn't play consistently, so that doesn't.
When help, all right, fine. But if you're consistently when they play, you can't just say like they don't do it consistently if they're not playing. Yeah, no shit. When they play,
bro, do you fear McCaffrey? If McCaffrey ran the ball 25 times, you would fear him. Straight. No. Just ran it 25 times.
Yeah, he's a playmaker.
All right, sure. Huh?
He's a playmaker.
A playmaker.
Yes, absolutely.
What's a playmaker?
What definition?
Is Jerome Bettis a playmaker?
Sure, but what definition are you looking for?
Is Jerome Bettis a playmaker, bro? Is what I'm saying.
Why are we talking about Jerome Bettis? I'm talking to you about.
That's
Christian
what I'm saying.
McCaffrey,
Playmaker. Though. He does everything. He runs routes. He lines up, as a wideout and all that stuff. That's a playmaker. But I'm talking.
There's not as many running backs you can trust to do the same thing as what McCaffrey does in this league.
What you talking about? Why not?
Because teams don't do it. We saw in one game alone that the guy had a pass touchdown, a running touchdown, and a kicking touchdown.
It's the league that we're in. Exactly. It's the times that we're in, man.
But you can't. Hold on, I get that. You can't trust every player to have the same ability to do what they did. They had Jeff Wilson and Mostert last few years back there. They never once did any of the shit they did in that second game alone that McCaffrey was there with them as a running back.
The ball like McCaffrey, but I'm saying
he threw a touchdown. They never once had him do that.
Fucking what, man? Any running back could throw a touchdown. You're not expecting
No. You've seen some players try to throw and it's nowhere close.
Yeah, but you're not. That play works a lot because you're not expecting it. What do you mean?
Yeah, if it's like a little, sure, if it's like a little slant, but it's not like every guy can go make that play. If they could, if that was in their playbook the whole time, why did they never do it?
The guy was by himself.
I'm asking you, if it was in their playbook the whole time, why'd they never do it?
They didn't have the personnel to do it. Now they do.
The personnel. So it's a player that can do it now.
Shit, because he's a Swiss Army knife. That's what he does.
And that's what I'm talking about,
But I'm not talking about that. All I'm saying is Singletary runs 3.7 yards per carry. 2 of them bitches, you get a fucking first down. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm telling you, bro. That's it. That's the only thing I'm telling you. If you already have a running back that has as averages, not 4 yards a carry, that is very good. Very good. First down, second down, third down, I'm right there.
What I'm trying to tell you?
That's all I'm saying,
I get that. What I'm saying is, I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is the team itself clearly felt that there's an issue there if they went to address it.
I don't believe that they think it's an issue. I just think it's a different league. Patrick Mahomes threw the ball 69 times.
Yeah, sure.
69 times.
I know they also
night,
could not run the ball at all.
Oh my! It doesn't. Yeah,
and look at the team on the other side. They couldn't throw the ball at all. They ran the ball the whole time, and they were in the game.
Check it out.
It helps to have a run game.
Exactly. But check it out. But they don't have a Josh Allen. So when you have a Josh Allen, if I can sling that up, he can throw from his knees 100 yards. So if I can do that all day long, then so what?
Josh Tennessee?
Allen? No, I'm talking
about making the comparison though.
No, I said if they had Josh Allen, they wouldn't have. If Tennessee had Josh Allen, they're not gonna run the ball that many times either.
No, hold on. I get that, and let me say that because there's Malik in there. Obviously, Tannehill's better than him, even though I'm not a huge fan of Tannehill. They still run the ball a fuckload when Tannehill's out.
Tannehill's not Josh Allen. I'm saying if you have a quarterback that can throw the ball at the high clip like he can and has that high powered offense, bro, what are you talking?
I get that, but as a football,
when they had Brown and Corey Davis, it was more both receivers had over 1,000 yards.
But what's it called? Didn't Derrick Henry as well have 1,000 yards rushing?
Not that many carries though. Not on that many carries.
I think it was still a handful.
No, they didn't need to run the ball that often. For what? If they could sling that shit for
That's
what?
always been their calling card, running it with Derrick Henry.
He did not have that many attempts when that season when they both had 1,000 yards. He did not have 360 attempts. For what?
No, maybe not that astronomical.
But that's what I'm saying. He had a decent.
All I'm saying is with Buffalo, I get that they do that, but
I just don't. I do not agree.
I understand how gifted Josh Allen is.
I'm saying I don't think that they think they can't run the ball. I don't think that. I just think that they're really good at throwing the ball, so just throw it, and it gains more yards. So fucking throw it.
No, I get.
That's all I'm saying to you, because you're saying that they think that they can't run the ball. That's not. I don't think that's true, because that's not always the case. It's not always the case.
I just don't think they would have been willing to put that many assets out there for a running back if they felt like it wasn't that much of a need.
The running backs they're going to get would help them in the passing game
as well, but you can't say it wouldn't happen. Aren't they both better running backs than Singletary is?
Sure. As a whole, yeah.
And if they both came in, would they not be over him and just they have way more snap counts, be in the game, run more than he would? Would they not?
What are you talking about? Say it again?
If either of them were on the team, right? Would they not be the number one back, get more running attempts, more passing attempts, everything? They would just have way more valuable than him.
Yes, they're a better football player than him. So what's your point? I'm confused here.
But I'm saying they would likely use them more, even in the run game as well, because of their ability. I know Singletary is good.
They're better football players. Okay, then
they're also better runners as well, too. They would use them more in the run game, would they not?
I don't think so. I don't think it would change. I don't think it would. Whoever's back there, I don't think it would. Okay, look at Saquon Barkley and the other dude, light skin dude. Guess who do you think is a better running back?
Between who?
Between Saquon Barkley and the backup.
I don't even have to say his name. Saquon's better.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, but guess what? No, the last 2 seasons, guess what the fuck happened? Who was averaging more yards per carry?
How many games does Saquon play?
Huh?
How many games does Saquon play?
No, I'm talking about the same amount of games. The backup was. That's why they're not going to pay him. Because if you can run the football effectively, doesn't matter what your name is, you have good money.
Sure. But who cares about the last 2 years? Now it's unequivocal. When Saquon's healthy, it's not close.
That is completely fine. What I'm saying is the Giants would have still been 6-1 if they didn't have Saquon. If you have somebody running the ball.
No, there were times where he was saving their ass.
Listen to what I'm saying to you, bro.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I disagree.
You keep cutting me off, so let me get my shit. All right, go ahead. Next one. That's it. I got nothing else to say. That's it.
You have more to go, no?
That's it. It's over with. It's a wrap. I ain't got nothing else to say. I keep making my point over and over again.
I know we're just gonna disagree.
I just gotta put the helmet on you.
We're just I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Of course it does. No, there's no way you don't understand.
No, I do. Obviously, I do.
No,
we're gonna disagree. I don't have to have a helmet on to understand.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Not a chance.
1,000%.
No.
How?
Because there's GMs that are up there in front offices that make great moves for great teams that have never played football before.
They got to put a helmet on too. Because
why? To make it okay for you? Huh? To make it okay for you that they can pass a certain test that makes them qualified to do it? Who cares if they never put a helmet on?
What you mean? Okay.
If they can still do their job and they're respected and they do a good job and they build a good team, who gives a fuck? That matters to you that much if they ever put a helmet on?
No, when you start giving me certain points, then I have to question, like, I think you just need to experience this to see what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying to you, forget it.
Yeah, without being disrespectful. That's why I said.
Sure, but I'm just saying, I'm not the team that was willing to put out all those pieces to go get it back. They were. On multiple occasions and failed twice because they didn't want to give up.
That will help in they're literally a specialist in the pass game. Literally, that's what they do. You don't know Kamara and fucking whatever his name is. I keep forgetting. Christian McCaffrey. You don't know them for running in between the tackles. You know them for catching the football.
No, I know them for everything. Oh, they put up big numbers all the time.
What we got next, my G? What we got next, bro?
Our power rankings and our Poo Poo rankings.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Or would you like to? You want to start with the Poo Poo rankings?
No, Poo Poo's last.
No, we did the Poo Poo first because who cares?
We didn't.
Who cares about the?
No, we did the Poo Poo last.
I swear we did the Poo Poo first. However you want to do it. You want to do the Poo Poo last?
Yeah,
I don't think anybody gives a shit about the bad teams though. That's the thing.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part.
Okay, you're right. All right.
No. I mean, if you feel like it is, we'll do that.
I know. We'll do it first. I just gotta get the team. Yeah.
I feel like
standing.
I feel like actually, so we're doing Poo Poo. You said.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna be surprised. You might not be. So we go 5-1, right?
Yes, 5. No, yes. Remember,
yeah. Because count down to the worst.
Yeah, the worst.
5 being not
five being
bad, but not as bad. Going down.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the
wait, hold on. AFC or NFC? Oh, it's the whole league.
The whole league.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'll see where you stand on this.
All right. Don't do that. Don't do it to me.
Or let me get. Where would you go with 5? I don't think actually. I think people are gonna be like wild at the surface just because the name of this team, but how they performed, and especially yesterday. Nah, I think they're in there. Number 5 for me, the Packers.
Whew. All right, cool. I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
I thought you weren't going to.
Because I thought you was going to say something.
No,
else.
I think they have to be here. As bad as the Lions have looked the last few weeks, and they kept Aaron Rodgers looked the worst I've ever seen him look.
And guess who's kicking your ass in the pool because of that pick?
Oh, because of that?
Yeah.
Aren't you the same one that did have the Vikings winning the division and I did? They're 7-1.
No, but
they're 6-1, right?
No, but I'm saying I picked in our pool. I picked Detroit, and I think that was like one of the different.
Oh, for this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably still up though.
No way. How? That's impossible. No way.
Overall?
I think all of our picks were kind of similar, and I picked Detroit.
Right. So overall, I'm saying.
No, I got you.
I was leading you by 10 last time.
By 10?
Yes.
Yikes. All right, never mind.
All right, so 5 Packers. You cool with it?
I'm with that.
4 the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Dude, you were
watch
up
the game.
I watched it, changed it, saw the score, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually not surprised. I'm not surprised. They're that bad.
Josh McDaniels.
I think I've said this 1,000 times.
No, do you think he gets fired though?
Has to. He is so bad.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's so bad. And if it wasn't for Brady covering his ass, especially the last couple of years in New England, he's terrible. And I don't like to bring up, he was a terrible coach with Denver. That was years ago. His first try didn't work out.
I don't think it was terrible. Well, he brought Tim Tebow to the playoffs. That's what's kind of keeping him alive. Because
but overall, people say that. I'm not saying me. I'm saying overall, people say that situation didn't work out for him, because that's why he ended up overall leaving and came back to being offensive coordinator back in New England, right?
Yeah.
Came back, did his thing in New England, fine. I kept going, whatever. You have it. He tries his leg at it again. He's failing miserably. But I don't know, as bad as it is, can we say it's all him? There's just so much talent. It's so much talent. It has to be other people responsible as well.
You know what they were?
You can't be winning games. You just can't.
Yo, they were about to trade Darren Waller, bro.
I heard that he was on the block. That was so surprising.
I was so surprised. I was like, he hasn't played.
But when healthy, he's arguably one of the best tight ends in the league. Yeah,
for sure.
You have Devontae Adams. You have Renfro, who's been pretty quiet this year. I mean, they have
after those 2 fumbles, he's
Jacobs. But you have to trust the guy messes
Jacobs
up once.
Game busy every week,
and it's crazy.
Busy.
But and it's still amounting to nothing.
Nothing.
They can't win.
Empty buckets.
Number 3.
Yeah.
The Steelers.
Okay.
I think the Steelers. I think they had a feisty one with Tampa. But other than that, I mean, what was it? They had a bye week this week. The week before, Philly clapped them.
Yeah, killed them.
The Steelers are what they are.
Yeah, terrible.
Number 2, the Panthers.
Yeah, they suck.
And number 1, the Texans.
Number 1, the Texans?
Yeah.
Texans number 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with that, yeah.
Power rankings.
I'll probably still low-key put Texans, they suck. Yeah.
Power rankings. 5.
All right, now. Yeah, what we got?
The Vikings.
Okay.
Number 4, the Cowboys.
Okay.
Number 3, the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I said about the AFC teams. I feel like when it gets to that point down the road, they can.
Mm-hmm.
As it's looked right now, 2 is Buffalo, and 1's Philly. I'm not saying they can't be a different story down the road as it stands right now. Who's 6?
Yeah.
Oh my! I can't even believe to think that I can even imagine this team where they are. But I'll take your words out of your own mouth that you say all the time. Your record says who you are. The Jets?
No. Oh, I wasn't gonna go with the Jets. I was gonna go Seattle.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was gonna go Seattle.
Seattle, it's like they have the ability to explode. Like they have the talent there.
Yeah. Good coach.
Good coach. I just feel like sometimes
you don't trust Geno Smith yet.
I'm saying this as a guy that was like way off the wagon. He's on my fantasy team. He's leading my. I'm like rooting for him.
Oh, you picked him up.
I'm full form right now. I mean, I need something because the quarterback situation's not been great this year for me. But
so did you drop? Wilson?
I had Wilson.
You had Russell Wilson, right?
No. I dropped him a while ago. I had Dak too.
Oh, you dropped Dak?
Because I didn't know how he was going to come back from the thumb thing. That offense looked terrible. I dropped him. That was a terrible move.
Because Josh Allen got a little.
But Geno's been getting busy though.
Come on, son.
I think he's. I don't know if it changed after yesterday, but going into yesterday, he was 3rd in passer rating.
Yeah,
we went over this last week.
His numbers are crazy.
I can see Seattle. Seattle just varies too much. However, I'll put Seattle over the Jets there because it depends how much this is even saying, but I do trust Geno more than Zach Wilson.
Real quick, can we both agree that's a wrap for Zach Wilson? He's not the one.
As much as I want to say no, they're going to look at through a lens. He was the quarterback that was leading the team when they beat Buffalo. Again, flash in the pan. If they play 10 times, Buffalo beats them probably all 10 times against the one. But it happened the one time, the percentage of a time. So Buffalo kills them every single time. I know I saw a report Josh is dealing with an elbow thing. They're looking at that. So hopefully that's nothing too serious. Obviously, you talked earlier about their some of their DBs, guys dropping and stuff like that. But in a vacuum, fully healthy, like Buffalo kills them.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying, do you think Zach Wilson is the answer?
Is it too early? I don't know.
Think so. I don't think he got it, bro. I don't think he hasn't shown that one flash of him being great. None. Zero. Like Sam Darnold.
The thing is,
he got stuck in a very fucked up situation.
The thing is, it's really nice to have, and I'm sure there's plenty of guys that could still go after it better than Zach Wilson. I don't disagree with that.
Was this year 3?
Year 2, because he was in Mac Jones draft. Ironically enough, despite everything that's been happening, Fields kind of looks like the best one out of that group right now.
Mac Jones?
No, Fields. Justin Fields looked like the best one of that group right now.
That I wanted to. I was gonna save that for next week.
Because if you think, we can we'll hold it. I'm just saying I'm not saying he looks great throwing the ball, and I think the other ones may be more talented. Yeah. He's just doing more at that with what doing definitely more than compared to what the others have.
Because he's not as dumb as Zach Wilson and
no, but it's just like overall, like Lawrence, Jones, Wilson. I know I'm missing a guy or two in there, but I mean like Fields. I mean, and if. Overall, I mean, I think it's comparable because Fields didn't look great last year in the first few games. He didn't look great this year.
Well,
but he is turning around, and that offense is kind of moving the ball, and they're scoring.
Now they are. Yeah, they're getting.
So who knows?
Busy.
Who knows?
We'll see, man.
We'll see. And then we did power rankings. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get into the.
So this is the part of the pod, despite as long as we talk, where we have a little fun with it. We're going to talk about our 5 favorite athletes of all time and why.
I forgot to write these down. I'm such a bitch.
Crazy.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. But I'll start off. Yeah, Mike Vick.
Okay.
That's easy. Yeah,
do you remember the first time you saw Mike Vick and what your favorite moment was?
I don't remember the year exactly. But,
doesn't have to be like specific game or anything like that.
First time I seen him, it was 2004?
Mm-hmm.
2004? Yeah, 2004. Yeah, I just seen. I forgot what play was it when he was like scrambling around. Yeah, he was. Vic was different, bro. Vic was. Let me see if I can rate this. I'm fucking up here. Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, Vic was definitely. He was like the Iverson of the NFL.
Mike Vick.
Yeah.
I see that. And I'm sorry, you said you had a favorite moment?
My favorite moment? It was it's too many. I don't know. It's too many. I don't know if I could put my finger on just one.
Okay.
Because the Philly one's too, man. Okay, my favorite moment definitely. It's got to be when he dropped back and slaying that shit 100 yards to Deshaun Jackson.
The Monday Night Football game, was it? against Washington, I think.
Yeah, I think it was against Washington or Dallas.
I feel like it was Washington. I could be wrong though. One of those two. It was a division game.
Washington, all right, yeah. Washington, yeah. I think
slung that shit.
Oh my god,
he kind of went like he was on the left side and kind of threw it across his body down the side onto the right.
That's a real cannon.
Yeah,
that's a real cannon.
So you say that's your favorite moment?
That's probably my favorite moment.
It's even too bad as talented as he was, he never got, one more thing. Like he never got to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
or
man,
like that,
because of the stupid.
What was the closest he ever got in those Atlanta days? Did they make it far in the playoffs, or was it more just like a flashy thing? Never really was supposed to be a thing.
We was on our way. It's just the dogfighting thing. Yeah.
This is in no particular order, but I will go with my favorite first.
Okay.
LeBron. So I was.
You went Tom first last time.
Huge is me being a basketball fan.
Yeah.
This happened all relatively fairly recently. I didn't grow up as a young kid watching basketball. My dad wasn't a basketball fan. Like my dad only watched soccer growing up, stuff like that. Didn't watch basketball. Didn't know any of this stuff.
Right.
So nobody really put me onto ball until I was like 6th grade. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that was only playing it. Nobody ever put me onto a team, someone watching, anything like that. First time I watched LeBron was 2009. They were playing a regular season game against the Magic.
Yeah, 2009.
Ironically enough, they end up playing the Magic in the conference finals. They get eliminated.
Yeah.
My favorite moment, when they won the chip in 2016, when he was on the Cavs and made the 3-1 comeback.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I don't know if I ever told anybody this. And ironically enough, one of the people that's in this room right now, it's not one of the two of us, when they were down 3-1, he texted me, and I don't know if he remembers this, but he texted me.
I said it was a rap.
And he was like, I had it saved somewhere. I tried looking for it all day, could not find it. Because I remember I screenshotted it, and I was like, copy. I was like, I hope they come back because I can't wait to talk my shit.
Right.
Texted me when we were down 3-1. He's like, damn, Zez, it's already over. Like, it's all right. You could just pack it up. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but I wonder if he remembers, but something along those lines. And I was like, all right, copy. They came back down 3-1, whatever, like that. The morning, I let the night simmer, right? I had my fun that night, whatever. Next morning, I texted him something crazy with the screenshot. I was like, don't ever come up way out again. Fuck out of here, blah, 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 whatever. Like that.
Now, let me ask you a quick question. I don't want to get off on a tangent,
sure.
But do you, did you really believe that they can make the comeback?
Yeah. And I mean, it did help with the Draymond thing, with the game, with him getting suspended for sure.
Like just right after Game 5, did you really think?
I thought we matched up well with them. I thought we did.
I thought so too.
I thought we matched up really well with them. And you know what? And listen, I like to talk about shit and everything. I do like to be realistic as well.
Yeah.
What's LeBron's best, one of his best skill sets when it comes to playing basketball?
His mind.
Right, but
skill set.
A thing that he can do.
Playmaking,
sure, but maybe when it comes to him scoring, what's one of the better things he's good at?
Getting to the bucket,
right?
Yeah.
Bogut goes down in the series.
Oh, he broke his leg. Yeah.
There's no shot block. Ezeli? Yeah. I think it was Ezeli at the time.
Ezeli, yeah.
I'm not afraid of him with LeBron and him are the same size, and LeBron's stronger than him. So it's like,
yeah.
I wasn't when that came. I was like, and I mean, Kyrie can get to the basket at will too. So it's just like,
right.
Okay, maybe now there's a thing. And the thing is, especially when it comes late in the playoffs, I mean, those boys are still gonna shoot, but if you watch it, the refs let them play physical with them.
Oh yeah.
So if you switch everything, you can watch interviews with Shump and JR.
That's low key.
Because they've talked about it. They were like, we were pulling their shirts, bumping them, hitting them elbows. We're calling nothing. If you know you can get away with that and do that, and Kyrie and LeBron had to play at the astronomical level they ended up doing, then it is what it is. Game 5, they go to Golden State. Both of them have 41.
Crazy.
Game 6, they go back to Cleveland. LeBron has 41 yet again. Game 7, LeBron has a 27-point triple-double.
What was your favorite moment in that series?
It had to be it's a double one that happens in the span of a minute.
Yeah, man.
The LeBron block and then the Kyrie three over Steph. It being a three in their crib, with Steph being so popular with the threes and shit. For it to happen over him, it was beautiful.
Feeling, when LeBron went up with 2 joints, I'm like, oh, he gonna get him no matter what. When he went up like this, I was like, oh shit. And Iguodala, I was like, yo, he don't know. Like, whichever way he goes, it's a wrap.
He had no idea what was coming.
That's probably one of the best, besides Bubble Ball, because Bubble Ball was some good. That was some good basketball. But
still to this day, we talk about it.
That was some good fucking basketball.
What's next for you?
For me, is I'm gonna save this one for last. But Nigel Houston is one of my. Don't ask me the video game is what got me into him and stuff like that. And to see a kid that was 10 years old with dreads down to his fucking nuts, skating around and stuff like that was insane. But I don't have really. But he's definitely one of my favorite athletes, even till this day too, because I follow him on his YouTube moment? And stuff like that. Favorite moment? Not that I can remember, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember.
That's fair.
I fucked up. Yeah, I did have one, but I forgot to. I went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what happens when you eat with a spoon, man. That's why.
Oh shit! Forgive me. My next one is Tom Brady. First season, ironically enough, that I got put onto them was 07. The undefeated year.
Damn, that was a fucking late bloomer, man.
Yeah, right. So I told you we weren't really watching sports in the house, but I didn't really put me on
anything.
Yeah. 07. You see that? I'm a young kid. I'm like, oh shit, they're that good. This happens all the time. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. That's a one-time thing, and then also
they pissed that situation.
You lose to the Giants, who one shouldn't have even gotten that far, but two, you should have.
It's not even that. They should have
killed them.
Done everything in their power to keep Randy Moss on that football team.
Oh, post fact. You're talking about a few years after the fact. Yeah. And then my favorite moment. I mean, I'm sorry.
You want to drink again, man? You just almost killed yourself. Just
no, it was beforehand. This is why I'm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I breathed in the wrong way.
Come on,
no,
son.
I breathed in the wrong way. You never done that?
Imagine you know, God forbid you pass away, right? You up there, man, and you telling people what happened. They gonna laugh at you, bro.
Absolutely.
You ever seen the movie Coco? The Disney movie? Yeah, and they told him he fucking died because he choked on whatever the thing was and they made fun of him. Yeah, that's fucked up. I want to go out noble, man. Some warrior shit.
My favorite Brady memory, though, is sorry to the little dig at you, but the comeback.
Fuck you, man.
Being down 28-3 against the Falcons, making that crazy comeback. We've talked about it before.
You ate dinner yet?
Today, no.
I hope that shit fall on the floor, bitch.
I'm already having myself a day. I don't think you need.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
What
Tomorrow,
you got next?
What
you got next?
Tomorrow, I got a mellow, man. Come on, son.
Favorite moment? Or do you remember when you 62? Do you remember when you first saw him?
When I first saw him, Syracuse, I think. First saw him.
Oh, so you saw the run and the they ended up winning the title.
Yeah, they won the title. Yeah. I've been watching sports a long time, man.
My next one, Nate Robinson.
Oh yeah, Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Nate Robinson's not like this huge all-star or anything like that. Crazy amount of accolades.
Yeah, Napoleon Brothers.
Stats overall.
I'm sorry. That was rude. I'm sorry.
Napoleon Brothers. But Nate, I mean, was just so. Because we had the MSG network, right? Yeah. So it was like just watching Knicks games all the time. It was like, oh, how's that small guy doing all that, right? And then dunking on people, and then you saw the dunk contest and everything like that. But my favorite moment, and he ended up bouncing around from team to team. It came crazy though, because you jump around from all these different teams, all these fan bases started loving him. Like,
oh yeah, everybody. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's ever had a bad thing to say about Nate, right?
Maybe Denver. He didn't do shit in Denver.
It wasn't that long of a run, right? But my favorite moment was
I think I know.
They were playing the Nets, and it was Game 6 of the semis. Was it? No, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hold on. Game 4 of the first round.
Yeah,
I was looking at the wrong thing. They were down 14 in the fourth quarter.
This is Chicago, right?
Yep, he was in Chicago. They were down 14 in the fourth quarter. He scored 23. It's 1 point shy of Jordan's franchise record for points in a quarter.
It's crazy.
For a fourth quarter. That might have changed, though.
He came 1 point shy?
That might have changed since the Zach LaVine stat when he went crazy. But that was a stat for a while. And then he changed his number from a few different destinations. But when he was in Chicago, he wore the number 2.
Yeah.
And that ended up being a big reason why my favorite number is number 2. He wore it on different situations, but I just became a fan of him. Yeah. No, it was Nate. Who's next?
For me? This is last, right? It's not last yet. No, Ronaldinho. Yeah, Ronaldinho.
We can just keep it at 4.
No. I got one that I want to talk about. Yeah, no, but Ronaldinho, man, Brazil. That dude was amazing.
What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was when I think he was playing for Barcelona, man. We dribbling the finish, ball went up, came down his shoulder. He ran 35 yards and let that shit rip. Ridiculous. The ball just sitting on his shoulder, man. This guy
I could sit down
magician.
And just watch soccer highlights all day. Just be like,
watching him play was like your jaw hit the ground every single time. It was insane what he could do. Ugly as fuck, but he was amazing.
That's crazy.
I had to say it, man. His teeth look like, you know what I'm saying? Terrible, man. I'm sorry.
Yo, he's wild.
Yeah, he was good.
Next. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Yeah, man, that's fucked up.
First time I saw him was probably 09.
Is that when you started watching ball?
Yeah, it was around 09. 08, 09, right? Yeah. I was like watching basketball. 09 is when I really started coming into like really get into it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the puppets?
What puppets?
You remember
the commercials?
They did the Kobe and LeBron puppets, whatever like that, beginning the series. So I remember seeing that, and they were like trying to really pit the two of them against each other.
Yeah.
It just seems like, these two are going to meet at the finals. Obviously, Dwight Howard and the Magic had other thoughts on that, but I remember them always, pitting each other against it. So I was a LeBron guy, so I was always rooting against Kobe because he was the guy on the other side. Then you start growing up and you realize, like, I'm not gonna hate the guy. Like, I'm gonna obviously if we're going against him, F you. But like, in a battle. But like overall, enjoy it while it lasts.
Right.
I think it's easy to be like the 60-point game was like. I think like the moment overall what it stood for cool, but it's not. It's actually not my favorite though.
Okay, go ahead.
My favorite was Western Conference Finals Game 6, 2010.
2010. This is when they played. Who?
This was they're playing the Suns, right?
Okay.
And then they end up going playing the Celtics in the finals. They win, but this is Game 10. I mean Game 10, Game 6 of 2010, and they're playing the Suns in Phoenix. He scores 37. They end up winning 111, 103. 4-2, and he just hits one shot after another in that fourth quarter where it's like even the Suns trying to go on a run, trying to like to trying to do it. Every time they thought they had a chance, he just hit a shot to put it away.
Actually, it's kind of the same thing with my favorite moment with Kobe was when he gave Shane Battier the business, bro.
When he was in Houston.
Yeah. Oh my.
You know what's crazy is because Kobe will go back and be like, "Yo, he played good defense on me. It just wasn't enough."
Exactly. Yeah. Shane Battier was doing it. He could.
And Battier was one of the few that had like his own technique. I mean, not everybody. A lot of people do it, but like, I remember him being one of the few that I really saw him do it. He used to do the hand in the face shit. He's like, if I can't catch the ball, I'm gonna affect your vision. My bad.
He's breaking shit, man. Chill out, man.
I'm gonna affect your vision, right? So it's like he always did that, but he always gave him the business.
Yeah.
Who was your last one?
John Jones.
John Jones,
man. There's nobody on this planet that could beat that dude up, man. I don't think anybody could beat John Jones. And I'll argue tooth and nail. You could, prove it. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'5", whatever the fuck he is, and his body is built for fighting.
Mm-hmm. And first time you saw him and favorite moment?
First time I saw him, I want to say 2009, I think, 8, 9. What did he fight? Is it Lyoto? I think he fought. Oh, Shogun. I think he fought Shogun. I think that's the first.
I'm not the guy to ask. I promise you.
Yeah, I know. But my favorite moment is when he fought DC.
Okay.
Bitch ass. I don't like that dude, man. But so he this is when I really knew that this guy is different. So he's fighting him, whatever. And there's a sequence, eventually where he wins the fight in the TKO.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he buzzed him, right? He kicked him in the head or punched him in the side of the head, like where your equilibrium. No, the equilibrium, whatever, like right above the ear, and knocks everything out. So he was, spaghetti.
That's not
legs.
the temple. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
No, it's not the temple.
Okay.
No, yeah, he killed somebody, hit someone in the temple, but
mm-hmm.
he was like spaghetti legs, man. Like didn't know where he was at, and then John Jones kicked him in the back of his knee and spun him. I'm like,
no, you gotta show me this.
This fucking guy is smart.
You gotta show me
I'm gonna show it to you. Yeah, he kicked him back in the leg and spun him. So now DC.
So he has already got him.
I'm already. He said, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
How's this man? And this man's still standing the whole time.
No, and then John Jones hits him with a boom bam and dropped him.
No, but up to that, the two moves, and he's still standing after that. It sounds crazy.
Because he hit him and he kind of like ran away because he hit him so goddamn hard and kicked him. He spun his ass like a ballerina, man. And then also when he I forgot who he was fighting. They were like how like when you like you're like grappling with somebody, and the dude's arm was in John Jones' armpit. And he couldn't get out the clinch. Fuck it. He grabbed his arm and started bending it, tried to break it. And I'm like, yo, this guy's insane.
Trying to do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Kicking people on the top of the knees when they're standing straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John, ain't nobody. Francis, you're in trouble, buddy.
Last one for me is Steph.
Curry. That's nasty.
Why? Why?
Because you picking all little dudes on basketball, dude. That's nasty.
I chose LeBron.
I don't count, man. LeBron's everybody's favorite player, man. I don't count. But Steph, Nate. Ugh.
I chose guys that relate to me. I'm a tiny person.
That's true. That is true.
Is what it is, right?
That's true.
But Steph, I think this was not everybody's, but a lot of people's. If you knew like the Davidson days, all that, fine. But for like if you're a basketball diehard, sure. But I think for like the common fan, everybody's first time really seeing him was the Garden. I believe, what was it? Yeah, 54 in the Garden that night where he started going sick, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is kind of like his coming out party." New York ended up winning the game, but it was like, "Oh, this kind of it's like one of those like."
They ended up winning the game. He dropped 54.
Yeah,
oh, shit.
But it was crazy because everybody likes to have that. The way player likes to have a big game in the Garden. In the Garden. But it was a game like that for him being that early in his career. It was like, oh, maybe we have something here.
Right.
And then I think my favorite moment. I looked through it. Again, it's tough because a lot of his best moments in his career came against my Cavs, especially in the finals.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to choose anything like that. But I toed back and forth with it. But I think honestly, even as recent as last year, him breaking the 3-point record, like to see that live, to see him like make history, right? And it's crazy because like the volume of shots, like he did in like way less games,
right?
Than Ray. It was in Ray and Reggie both being in the crowd. Reggie calling the game, Ray being in the crowd. It's cool, and everybody knew it was coming. And every game was like, oh, he only needs this amount of threes. 3 games before it ended up being in that game to do it, and everybody's waiting. And then it kind of, ironically enough, it happening in the Garden to where his first like coming out party, what I just mentioned being cool, New York, it's kind of a full circle thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool about it. Next.
Yeah.
We've done a bunch of episodes. Obviously, this is episode 60.
Yep.
We've had a bunch of fun moments and stuff like that. We can go through it forever, but let's talk about
real
one.
Quick, because I want to get to this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think me and you's both favorite episode came episode 43. It was called "What Is Family?" And we talked about a bunch of different things that episode, but
I'm bugging. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We ended up getting to this point of the episode. If you want to listen to it, it's about an hour 29
30 to be exact. 31 minutes to be exact. I listened to it today. It was like 31 minutes.
Oh, you're really okay. My bad. So hour 31. When we really started getting into it, but this ended up being one of the best conversations we had because we talk all the time, whether it's on the pod or off pod.
We're close.
But I think this was one of the deepest conversations the two of us had ever had, and it just so happened with mics in front of us.
Right.
We ended up getting really deep.
Yeah.
We talked about what truly family is, and I ended up making a big point, which I kind of stand by, is blood does not make you family. It just means you're related. What you do for people, what you stand for, how you take care of people when shit's really hitting the fan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what determines what family is.
Right.
And some people like to, take advantage of, oh, well, you're my cousin, you're my sister, you're my aunt, you're whatever. You have to do this for me.
Fuck you. No, I don't.
And you remember a lot of this conversation.
I remember every single bit of it.
Do you remember like a favorite part you might have had with this, or like what you took away with it, or what stuck with you maybe?
The forgiveness part.
We did talk about that for a while.
The forgiveness part was definitely my because that one struck a chord too, because Alex, he's been telling me to like forgive somebody that that wronged me, and I told him that I don't believe in forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
And I told you like I
don't believe in the forgive and forget thing.
Okay.
Because if you forgive somebody and you say, "Oh, I forgive you, but I never forget," then you didn't forgive them. So that doesn't really make sense to me. But I think because I do think there's certain things that people do that I don't think they should. I don't think they deserve to come back from it. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's certain things you say to me, if you had the respect for me, you would have never said that.
And I saw a lot where you were coming from. At the end of it, I did disagree in the sense of like not being able to forgive somebody.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Which was kind of tough because I also took your side of like I can forgive them, but then not. You can forgive them and just learn. Listen, you can forgive a person but realize they're not good for you in your life, and just not want them a part of it and cut them off.
But then, do you really forgive them though?
You can. The thing is, you can forgive, but you can also be knowledgeable of the moment and be like, I can forgive this person, but realize they're just not right for my story because they're just gonna keep causing problems. You can forgive them that, huh?
Yeah, but can you be in the same room with that person?
I mean, I think that could lead to a different conversation.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying being in the same room with them and then choosing to like have them around you, because you could be in a function and they just so happen to show up.
I'll leave.
So different ways to look at it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Could you be around if someone that you really truly forgive, like could you and don't forget?
If I had the choice, the thing is, people will look at it like, oh, if they're around you, don't show up. You're really letting them control this and that. If I honestly do not feel comfortable with that person around, it's like just ignore them. It's like you can do it to an extent, but if you truly feel uncomfortable with them around, why would you put yourself in such a situation? So to that point, I kind of understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and listen, you making me seem like a little bitch. I'm not uncomfortable. I'm angry. So I'm not, uncomfortable. And nobody can make me uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I make people uncomfortable.
You don't think
I'm not
anger is a form of uncomfortability?
Uncomfortable? No. Why? Rage? How is that? No. Why is that uncomfortable? For what?
You've been bothered.
That doesn't mean I'm uncomfortable.
I would disagree.
Nah,
I think it does.
me being angry doesn't mean I'm uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I could be. I was mad at you 20 minutes ago. That didn't make me uncomfortable. I was completely in my element. I was in control. Like I wasn't. I don't. Why would I? No. I don't think. But I just. Yeah. I don't know. I can't. Yeah. Forgive. That's the part. Forget because it came from family too. My situation came from family. That's why it sucks because like you said, we're supposed to be family. You said some foul shit like that to me and then doubled down on it when I gave you an opportunity to correct it. And I was like, yo, don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? We can figure it out. And you double down and shit on me some more. I got something for you.
If y'all like more of that type of conversation, like we just mentioned, go back to episode 43.
And don't cross me.
Hit the hour 31 mark. Don't cross me.
Bad idea.
Because we pissed off.
Yeah.
We also had some fun with these pods.
Yes.
We had multiple guests. We talked about wanting to have guests. We took forever to do it. And then when we did it, we got on a high with it and ran off like probably 5 of the next 6 spots of guests. And we were like, we did not balance this shit at all. We were just like, oh, we want guests. And then we were like, we did that shit too quick. We did not space it out.
I think we owed so many.
Then we were like, let's do them, you know? It ended up being good times when we wanted to have them and stuff like that.
Too much. Nah, fuck out of here, man.
He'll get on one. I think he'll get on one. This dude might get on one too one day.
Yeah, we definitely got to get him on there.
So we had episode 34, About Dan Time, honestly. Called that because it was about Dan Time. We finally got someone on the pod.
Right.
That was Danny. You talked about John Jones a little bit, UFC fighting.
We talked a little fighting.
He talked about that on our pod. Too. We had some fun with that. Kind of told us the fighters to look out for this and that.
Right.
Next, 35, Wild Thoughts. You can only imagine who wild enough to have wild thoughts other than Dante.
That was probably my favorite episode, man.
That one was probably the funniest, most out-of-pocket type of episode.
Yo, he was saying anything.
But we talked about like guys that we thought were overrated, underrated. He gave his reasoning. I understand his reasoning. Doesn't mean I agree with it.
You get where he's coming from.
I get where he's coming from, but I've known him long enough to understand where he's coming from. So I see his mindset on things.
Right.
But couldn't have been more hilarious of an episode to deal with. The vice versa, that the very next week we had a completely different tone of an episode with your cousin, one of my best friends ever, and Yami, I guess. No, I'm playing with you.
Don't do that. It's smoke when I see him, though.
We'll see if he gets here. We'll see if he gets here.
It's smoke when I see him. He got to see me.
36, episode 36. What makes a man? We talked about.
Yeah. That was a really good conversation.
The responsibilities of being a man.
With this big guy over here.
Absolutely. No. Talking about that kind of stuff. Talking about also the effects of social media on our, our environment, us in general, what that has, how that can affect us, your mind, everything about that.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to be a man, definitely watch that.
Absolutely. And then talked about accountability. I think that was the biggest. We were talking about what is the word that means the most, but accountability being the thing we tied to. Yeah. 38.
Muscles.
2 weeks prior. No, 3 weeks prior, we were like, we had a lot of fun with Dante. Let's do it again.
Oh yeah.
Big steppers.
Yeah.
Big steppers.
We got into the some foreshadowing. Yes,
big steppers. Yeah, maybe a little bit. For multiple reasons. The first point being, we talked about. I forgot what the context of the conversation was, but I think we just talked about artists that we think need to make a comeback or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'll see if you remember.
We got into
because I brought up. I think Rihanna needs to come back and make some music. Ironically enough,
listen, bro.
Ironically enough, she came back. She has a single for the album. She might have another song for the album.
Can I get 2 minutes?
Yeah, go for it.
Where's my camera? Where's my camera?
You want to hit him with one?
Can I have my camera? Where's my camera at, bro?
Can you hit him with the camera?
Listen, bro. Rihanna was gone for 7 years?
Something crazy.
7 years.
I don't have the number, but
7 years, and she came back with that bullshit. It's a good song.
I heard there's another song,
but
and it's also
it's
supposed to be a Chadwick Boseman tribute kind of thing. So it's kind of hard to really say other things about it. But if you can't talk about it in the context of music, it was alright.
But the context of music,
because I listened
7 years, you come back with come on.
Supposedly there might be another joint on the project, so we'll see. I think it came out. I didn't.
Give me something to shake my ass to, man. Fuck. Yeah.
Talked about our favorite albums, our favorite groups. I caught you. I don't remember which ones I ended up saying.
You surprised the fuck
I caught you with a few. Both of you were like, "What?"
Yeah, I didn't know you knew about that shit. Do you remember which ones it was? You didn't write it down?
I don't have it written down. Maybe if I go back, I'll find it.
Oh, all right.
I mean, also, we're talking about interesting stuff. They want to hear it. They can go back and look for it. We don't
That's
have to
true.
Like you always say, let's not give them everything, right?
You use my shit against me, man. That's fine.
I'm using it with you. I'm using it in a learning aspect.
That's true.
You know, rubbed off on me a little bit. Right. Then we talked about Kendrick's album. This was after it had been out for a little bit.
Yeah. We got into it. Yeah, Kendrick album. It's still album of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whoever says not, you're bugging. I think it's still album of the year. Don't look at me like that. Still album of the year. You almost made me curse, man. In your car, right?
No, I gotta save that. That's just and then episode 40, Muscles.
Yeah, Muscles.
Jeff,
yeah, Muscles. Man.
JG23. You can look him up on Instagram and all social media platforms. He's a trainer and one of our best friends as well. He really broke down the idea of dieting, talking about what it really takes for him to get to the level, difference between working out and then what he does. Because that boy is in tip-top shape, like takes his dieting very seriously. Literally does it seasonal based on like what he's training. If he's training for something, everything like that.
I think he just got into bodybuilding. I think.
And he's one of the best examples of discipline for someone that I know. I don't know about you, but I think he's very disciplined when it comes to that stuff, and he puts the work in and it shows.
Yeah, what you mean? Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? What do you mean?
I'm talking about just being disciplined. Like people say they want to do certain things, this and that. They wait, they procrastinate. I don't think I'm sure it's happened maybe once or twice, but I don't even say that. He doesn't come off as the type that procrastinates. He just gets to it. And that shows daily. Yeah. The man's up at like, 4 a.m., 5 a.m.? He can attest to it, whatever time it is, working out.
Yeah, he learned that shit from me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Discipline, but he's on it all the time.
Yeah,
man.
I tell people discipline, you can't be consistent without discipline. Mm-hmm. So you need to be disciplined.
So you enjoyed all those pods?
Yeah, I enjoyed all of them.
Like to have more guests on soon.
Yeah,
Let's do it. We actually been talking about it. I think
we got to do it. Yeah, my bad.
Maybe some people in this room. We'll see.
Probably, man. Nah, you got a potty mouth, man. I can't, man. I can't sit behind the computer for that long, man. My bad, man.
I think he could be on his best behavior.
all right, fine.
We'll give him a chance. If it doesn't, we scrap it.
If it doesn't work, then we.
Yeah. Give me a good combo with no cursing.
How we gonna do that? Let's move on next.
All right.
Have a little fun. Let's build a QB.
Oh,
did you build a QB?
We were supposed to do that, right? I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Do you think you can do it?
I can freestyle, man.
Do you want to go back? Do you want to then for this at least? You want?
This is what I do, Brandon. Man, I'm a performer, man.
Arm strength,
man. Arm strength, me.
And this is why.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm being immature. My bad. You don't get the camera away from me, man. You could.
It's on you. This is yours.
Arm strength. I'm going Vic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go through your list? Or you want to go back and forth? I think it makes sense to go through it because of that. So
I thought we were going back and forth. No.
It could.
Isn't that how he was doing it?
Yeah. I'm just saying for his sake, going back and forth.
Well, fuck him. Then.
All right, fuck it. Arm strength. Josh Allen.
Yeah, sound like
he looks like he flicks his wrist and that thing goes like 80 yards, bro. No problem. Next up is accuracy. So I'll go back here. I'll go and then you go too. And yeah. Accuracy. Aaron Rodgers. I've seen this dude fit some of the crazy. You know the one that really? Do you remember the one where he threw in Dallas?
Yep.
Along the sideline where it's like, oh, no chance that shit's in.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah, bro, I remember that.
Aaron Rodgers for accuracy. How about you?
I want to say Aaron, but I want to be different.
Okay. I feel like we may have one or two of the same, or we may not. But go ahead.
But just for argument's sake, I'll probably go. Damn, accuracy, man. I'll probably go Russell Wilson, honestly.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Competitiveness / heart.
/heart.
This one was the toughest for me. Honestly, I'm
tough.
still kind of like tough. It might have to be like a double down thing because I don't know if I, because I tried to make it like each one was its own, but it might have to be a double down.
Yeah, not competitive.
What were you thinking?
Heart. What are you thinking? Oh, it's my turn, right?
Yeah, it's you.
Damn, the easy answer is definitely, fucking. I'm going Philip Rivers.
That's a solid one.
Fucking yeah.
Despite all the shit he'd always took, always like, oh, you never.
He's a competitive fucker.
He's competitive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Did not cross my mind. I want that one too.
Really?
I'm going with you.
Because the easy one, is
Yeah. But I agree with you. Mental, Peyton.
It's really hard to argue that, man. It's really, really.
There were some, but it's because I ended up using another guy for a different category, so I'm going Peyton here.
Yeah, I'm going Peyton too.
People talk about I'm not even trying to be mean, but that big ass forehead got a big brain in it, don't it?
Of course it does. Yeah, shit, you got a forehead that big.
Dude knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah. All jokes aside with the Omaha and everything like that. Right, but I mean, like, dude could read a defense. He could decipher it. He knew exactly what you were doing. He knew what your mama was doing. Like, it didn't matter. Peyton Manning from Mental. What about you?
Yeah, Peyton Manning. I'm sorry. Yeah, Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about Clutch?
Clutch. Interesting. Clutch, Tony Romo.
He a clown.
I'm sorry.
He's a clown.
I'm sorry. That's Tony Romo. It's your turn. Sorry, buddy.
Isn't it? No, I just
shit. Say you're right. Oh, Clutch. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be different, man. I'm not gonna go with the easy,
okay.
peasy. I'm gonna go. I've watched him for a long time, man. Big Ben.
Okay. For me, it's Brady. Comeback kid. Does it when it comes to needing to be in the clutch. Dude comes back, as per your Falcons know it very well.
Stop saying that, man. Why you gotta keep bringing that shit
I gotta
up,
have fun with it, man. If it's not us if we're not taking jabs at
it. Listen, I hope. Let me see. What can I do, man? I hope.
I got clutch for Brady. Speed. Vic.
That's Vic. Yeah, it's Vic. Everybody, Lamar Jackson is not faster than Michael Vick. Let's just get it out the way.
Toughness for you.
Toughness.
I mean, you can't say it's not a conversation. At least with the Lamar thing, I don't want to get too into it, but for speed, Lamar's fast as shit.
No, please don't bring that argument to me. Michael Vick is faster.
You have to take your fandom out of it.
No, it's not fandom. No, it's the facts. No, it's the facts. No, ain't nobody faster than Michael Vick on the football field ever. Yeah, no.
I think they've
quarterback. Sorry, as a quarterback. As a quarterback, my bad.
I think they've clocked Lamar. He's pretty damn fast. But go ahead.
Toughness. It's my turn again?
Yeah.
Toughness?
Or for speed. You're on speed too, right? You said Vic.
I said Vic. We both agree, right?
Toughness?
Yeah. Toughness, I want Eli.
I went Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger for toughness?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that. I get that.
Literally people would joke about him being like a refrigerator, but dudes were trying to take his head off and stuff like that. And the fact that they had the division battle between them and the Ravens for those Ravens defenses.
Yeah.
And survived.
To take that ass whooping twice a year, every year, that's crazy.
Roethlisberger. Yeah. Durability. I'm going Favre. I'm going
for durability.
I'm going Favre. Reason is, he holds. I think they call it the Iron Man Award or something like that. But holds. If some people call it that, I don't know if that's official. But holds the record for 297 consecutive starts.
That's not true. Eli hasn't.
No, remember they fucked him over. They took him out. So I thought the same thing. I'm like, didn't Eli end up getting it? And no, the controversy ended up being so close to
Smith,
it. The coach came over. Then they put him back in the next game.
Bullshit. McAdoo.
Oh my god, bro! I would have been so heated. But I went far. 297, and then, he did some dumb shit for some years because he leads the league, the history of the league in picks. But to play that many games in that physical, I know it's quarterback, it's a little more protected, but in that physical of a sport, to play that many games,
he wasn't protected in his era though. He was getting.
I'm still saying overall, the quarterback's always been protected way more now than it ever was then. But still, 297 is impressive.
Yeah.
Leadership for you, or did you do durability? Durability, my bad.
Eli.
So Eli again. Yeah. Okay.
Leadership. That's a tough one because you're not really in those locker rooms. But from what
that
I
is,
can see,
yeah. So this one, mine, you might push up against. I don't know really. But go for it.
Yeah. I'll tell you who I'm not picking is Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Leader.
Not really breaking news there, but
yeah, leadership, man. It's your turn to go first.
No, isn't it the handover? Because durability and then.
Oh yeah, I'm bad. Sorry. All right.
If you don't have it, I'll go.
No, you go first so I can think about it.
Again, you made a great point. We're not in these locker rooms.
Yeah.
It's only what we see on the field.
Yeah.
You can name a number of different people. Drew Brees.
That's a good one. That is a good one, man. Yeah. Mr. Perfect, man.
He always felt regardless of wins, losses, winning, and all and stuff like that, he always seemed like everybody was like, I'm gonna run through a wall for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a good one, man.
Corralling the people, always doing not a lot of quarterbacks do the before the game speech where they're in the middle. It's normally a DB or somebody like that.
Linebacker,
The linebacker. He was always in the middle running. Remember they had it as wasn't it an intro to Madden? It was an intro to Madden, wasn't it?
Yeah, the chant they did.
The chant, whatever it was, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, we stole that. I think in middle school we had something like that.
Yeah. I go Drew Brees there.
Leadership. Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a really good one, man. You are such an
just
asshole.
use the same one.
No,
okay.
Not. I refuse. James Winston.
That's a W. Bodybuild, the last one.
Cameron Newton.
Same. I knew you were gonna say because we talked about it, and then I was looking through it, and I'm like,
there's nobody else. Cam Newton is
because I'm like, well, size wise, like Ben is that size, but he's nowhere near the athlete. No, so it's like I have
because Big Ben is a sloppy 6'6". Cam Newton's sturdy 6'6".
Sturdy, crazy. Yeah. I was looking through it. I'm like, can I find? No,
nah, you can't. Yeah, it's definitely him.
Because even with like the ability moving out the pocket and stuff like that, like Lamar, Vic, they don't have the body that he has. He was running dudes over.
I mean, what's his name? Lamar's a little bigger now.
And it's crazy because like I'm not saying he's him, and obviously I think he's a better thrower than Cam, but like Josh Allen kind of does some of the stuff where it's like a lot of these running backs running quarterbacks try to run around. Cam and Josh both are the type. It's like I'm gonna run you over.
No, but here's the difference. The difference is when Josh Allen take off his shirt, when Cam Newton take off the shirt, stiff. You know what I'm saying?
Want to do the same thing for NBA player? Mentality.
Oh, it's Cody. Yeah,
okay, I went Jordan.
It's easy. Mentality?
Yeah.
Okay.
IQ.
Yo, you are fucking me up here, man. You sent me some bullshit notes, bro. IQ is not next. Height is next.
No chance.
Look. Come on, man. You see, look, he edited it. Yeah, man, editing this shit, man. Didn't even tell me, man. See, that's what you sent me. See, playing.
I don't know why I didn't update. All right, it doesn't matter. You have nothing written.
I know, I'm just fucking with you. You
IQ.
said IQ, LeBron Jameson.
Same. Handles.
God shame. No, let me stop. Skip to my loop now. Let me stop. Handles. Kyrie.
We let the pot off with it. Yeah. It's not hard. Passing.
Manu Ginobili.
I swear he says anything.
I always like. You know what? I like Jason Williams, man. I like white chocolate, man. I like. Yeah, I'm going with him.
Spicy. Man. That's a spicy pick.
Man, spicy. Hell yeah.
Very highlight reel for sure.
Yeah.
We talk
he's
passing.
A good passer, period. Yeah.
Got a nickname because of how good he was at this. Magic. Was Magic.
I never seen him play. So
you never watch highlights?
No, I never seen him play.
No, but I mean, like, you can also like go on like YouTube, or you can go NBA TV.
No,
or YouTube.
I know, but I'm going games. Off of my, my real experience.
That's
you know
fine.
What I'm saying? Yeah.
Athleticism.
Yeah,
you thought it was wild. We talked about this one time.
We did.
Well,
you said some bullshit.
Not well to you thought it was, but like I had reasons.
I think you did. I want you to say it again, man. Say that shit again, man.
Will Chamberlain.
Fuck out of here, Will Chamberlain. Man.
Absolutely.
Some dumbass down somewhere, man. No, man. Athleticism.
The dude played top tier in basketball and volleyball when he was in college, like doing shit crazy.
7'9".
Sure, but he also has a 50-inch vertical leap. That's insane.
I know plenty of people that have a 50-inch vertical.
How many people do you know that are 7'1" doing it?
Huh?
How many people do you know that are 7'1" doing that? Not a damn one.
You do know he played against mailmen and fucking, and firemen.
That doesn't take away from how high he jumped. If he jumped higher than him, sure. He did it at a historical number.
Shit clap too in today's NBA also. You know that, right?
Be a different way. He trained different. Yeah. I don't like to do the comparisons things. The eras are different. The way they train different.
Is he fast?
Very fast. Highlights alone. Have you seen the dude run? Have you seen him run?
No, I haven't seen
him. Dude, he covers like it looks like what Giannis be doing, covering the court and it covers a lot of ground quickly. That's so fast.
That doesn't mean you're fast, because he's not beating what's his name in a race. He ain't beating.
But we're talking about athleticism though. It's not just speed. Anyways, what's your athleticism?
I think what did I say? I said Joe Green or some bullshit like that, right? Joe Green or Zach LaVine. Yeah.
Okay. Footwork.
D-Wade.
Okay. Hakeem.
Oh, yeah. You stole my shit, you bitch.
Height.
KD.
George Merson.
Brandon, who the fuck is that?
7'7". We're building a my player right now. I'm choosing everything about you.
It's not going to work.
The shit we're doing doesn't exist.
That's true.
Come on. George Mercer, 7'7".
This guy's an asshole, man.
Shooting. Don't get mad because I did the homework, bro.
Stupid, man. Shooting. Do we have to have this conversation, man?
Yeah, Klay Thompson, go.
Oh, shit. No, man.
Steph. All right. Strength.
Strength. Probably Dwight.
I went Shaq.
Oh shit. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah,
Clutch.
Shaq, yeah. Clutch. Paul Pierce.
I call it. You call it glass? Nah, I call it game. I go clutch. Kobe Bryant. Defense.
Defense. TA, man. Come on, stop it.
Dennis Rodman.
TA, stop it.
Speed.
Speed. De'Aaron Fox.
John Wall.
You stole my shit, man.
Didn't he go first? Tell me I stole it. He went first. I stole it, but he went first. Cool.
See, man, it's fucking white people, man.
All right, last thing we're gonna do for the day before we leave. Wow.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I thought it was
Hey yo. All right, we did this a couple pods ago. If you guys even listened to us, or if you even listened to it at this point, we're gonna have some fun.
I'm being a rookie.
We did something we took from. We're gonna be straight up. We took this from TNT because we see them do it on TV a lot of times.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely fun.
I'm the one who came with that. I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm sure you did.
TNT, you gotta write me a check.
Fuck
y'all talking about.
We're gonna play who he play for.
I suck at this game, bro.
You know what this is?
That's why he laughing, because he know I'm not going. That's fucked up, man. He's supposed to be my guy, man.
No, that's Chuck.
He's supposed to be my guy, man.
You gotta go back and listen to the episode when we did this. This shit was hilarious. So we switched it up a little bit. So I gave him a little more.
I did some homework, so I think I'm good now, man. What up, man? Talk to me.
So obviously we're gonna do 3 NFL, 3 NBA. There's a lot of fuckers in both the leagues.
Yes. The NFL's gonna be tough.
I didn't give you any name you would not know.
Why, man? Challenge me, bro. What you mean? NBA, no.
Let's see how many he gets of these.
Hold on, don't do that to me in NBA though. NBA, that's tough. But NFL, you can challenge me. I know a lot of dudes in NFL, man.
Listen, maybe he gets the ones off the NFL. He doesn't know the NFL better, so maybe he gets the NFL ones. Right. I want to know how we're gonna do this because I don't want you sitting around too long trying to.
No, I'm not. You give me 3 joints.
I'm gonna give you the team.
I'm gonna give you 3 rapid joints. Come on, give it to
3
me.
3 rap ones right off.
Give it to me.
NFL to start. Kyle Rudolph.
Who team play for, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's not the Giants anymore. Fuck. Is it the Giants?
No. Damn. That's 1. That counts.
Okay. Tampa.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Off to a good start. Austin Hooper.
Austin Hooper, Tennessee.
Damn. All right. Yeah. Easy. Maybe I came too light with this one. Jabril Peppers.
Jabril Peppers? Oh, he just got fucking signed, man. Wowzers. I don't know.
Not even a guess. Give me something.
Hold on. New Orleans.
No.
NFC, AFC.
Can't tell you
that. Damn it.
AFC.
AFC? All right. AFC. That doesn't help me.
I
don't fucking know who's in the AFC. I have no idea. I give up. I'm sorry. They just talked about him.
He's on the Pats.
I would not have guessed that. I would not.
All right, so I know where to come from now. I know what to do. All right, so he's good with the tight ends.
No, I'm good with everybody.
No, I know,
plays.
But
he hasn't played in a year, bro. What the fuck? He was sitting on the.
I know. We're also like 9 games in, and he's played some football. So
didn't they just get him like 3 weeks ago?
No, they signed him in the offseason.
Oh, in the offseason? What?
Yeah,
all right.
NBA.
Is he producing?
That's decent.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, but also Bill's not a guy that relies off any one guy.
Is he playing? I'm at this.
I don't know. He plays. He plays. He plays. NBA now.
Yes.
Kelly Olynyk.
He's he's not in Miami no more.
No, that's 1.
Oh, Charlotte.
2.
Word. Oh, fuck me. Hold on. No. Milwaukee.
No.
Damn.
Utah Jazz.
Oh, I seen him play the other night too, man. Fuck. All right. I'm sorry.
All right, next, Will Barton.
Stop laughing, man. Why niggas keep laughing? Ooh, at the end of the pod. Will Barton.
You did good the whole time.
Will Barton. Wait. Orlando.
No, that's 1.
Is it still Denver?
That's 2.
Oh, shit.
He just got traded this offseason from Denver. I'll give you that. He's in the East now.
Oh, he's in the East now. That don't fucking help me. Hold on. Philly. No, man. I'm sorry, man.
The Washington Wizards.
Oh, come on. Damn it. All right. Last one I'm going to get it. Watch.
Last one.
All right.
Justice Winslow.
Why do you do that to me, bro? Why? I don't fucking know, Brandon. I have no. He played for me. I don't know. God damn it! I don't know who that is. Say his name again.
Justice Winslow.
Justice.
You know
Winslow.
Justice Winslow.
Who the fuck is that?
He's the one that played on the Heat, the lefty. He was Cam.
Oh, right. With the hair. Yeah. All right. Now I know who he is. All right. Sacramento.
That's one.
Oh my fucker.
Oh my
Toronto.
God. That's two.
No, you bitch.
Plays in the West.
He's in the West.
Against a team that's a top 4 seed right now.
He's on a team that's a top 4 seed? Dallas.
Wrong.
What do you think?
Plays for the Portland Trailblazers.
I thought he retired. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's chips. I thought he retired, man. I didn't know he was still in the league.
That was good,
man.
though, right? Yeah.
That was a good one, man. That's fucked
you
up.
with that?
Man. Yeah.
We're going to try to do more of that. We're going to end here. We're 60 episodes in on Zez Says.
Yes.
What have you enjoyed the most about it?
What have I enjoyed the most about
and
it?
How much have I pissed you off?
You pissed me off a lot. I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta check my blood pressure right now.
Yeah.
Man. That shit kind of high, man. But
I'm still surprised you let me in your house weekly to record this podcast.
Because I love you, man. It's not, you don't get me mad to the point where I want to, I'm offended. Nah, it's just a friendly banter. But would you ask me again? I'm sorry.
What have you enjoyed the most?
Oh, what
I gave you two right there. My bad.
The conversation. Yeah, having you out the crib because before that I could barely even see you.
Mm-hmm.
So, guaranteed I get to see you I don't want to release the day that we, record. But
yeah, they don't need that.
Every week. But you know what I'm saying? That's probably my favorite part. What's your favorite?
I did this probably on What Is Family, I think. We've talked about it maybe once before.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did on that pod for sure. I know we've talked about it. I think we did. Anyways, not to get too sweet here with it, but the fact that you've helped provide me a platform to actually do this.
Oh, okay.
Do this weekly for something that I was thinking about doing for a while. Never got around to doing it. But I didn't have the resources.
Can I tell
anyone around me to do it? Everything like that. Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So basically, again, before this, it was really difficult for us to link up and shit like that. And I think one day you wanted to play ball, and everybody shit the bed on you except me. And I said, I'm coming. And I had to go. I was going through some shit at the crib, and I said, yo, I'm coming. Trust me, I'm coming. And I came, and we were shooting around. Still got it, and doing our thing. And then we were talking about it, and then he literally was going down the checklist of things. He was like, yeah, but I don't got a place to record. You can do it at my house. Check. Yeah, but you're always busy. What day you want? Or there's a certain day. I'll never do anything again on those days.
The thing is, due to scheduling, work, everything that's happening, we've changed multiple times.
And I told you whatever.
Sometimes we have breaks in between, but we still end to figure. We come back to it. We figure it out.
Check. You said, yo, I don't have the equipment. I got everything at the crib. Check. What else? Oh, nobody can edit it. Well, I engineer. Check. You know what I'm saying? And what's up? And then I literally went down the checklist, and
I think the last thing ended up being, is this something you want to do?
And I said yes.
Yeah.
So I said, what's up? And I think, was it 2 weeks later? I think we got it popping. We did
2-3 weeks later.
Yeah, we did the first
started borrowing. Shout out to Alex.
Yeah.
He's helped me a bunch, and he lent me his mic the first few times before I finally ponied up and got my own. So
So
I appreciate everybody that's helped.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, those that are here, I'll shout them out right now. Do you mind? Ralph, as of Two Real Ralph. Let me get that right. I got Glory here as well over here. Guillory. My apologies. I love you. But everybody here that's helped us a bunch. Everybody else that we've already mentioned. Factory Underground. Shout out. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best.
You still there?
And appreciate everybody's time through this and episode 60. You might not see us that often, if ever. We're gonna figure that out at some point, maybe. But for now, enjoy this. Thank y'all for our time, and as we always do, take us out.
Drink water.
Mm-hmm.
Eat fruit.
What else?
Eat honey.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the money.
Stay on straight. We love y'all. Take it easy. Peace.